This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
The Sunday night game, Niners at home to the Cowboys. Look ahead has San Francisco laying 7. They're down to 3.5 right now at FanDuel, 4 almost everywhere else. VSiN.com. I highly recommend you look at Steve Makinen, his son A.J. Makinen, with their numbers every week, just to give you a gauge of what happens on a week-to-week basis. How about this? They call this blowout games are red flags. NFL teams that lose by 35 points or more in a home game or neutral field game have been fantastic bets in the follow-up contest, going 9-11-2 straight up, but 18-4 ATS in their last 21 tries. Dallas got blown out by Detroit, 47-9 in their last game. That qualifies. 18-4 ATS in their last 22 tries. NFL teams that lose in a point spread by 30 points or more in any given game have rebounded nicely the next week, playing as road dogs of 3 points or more. I know there's a lot to it, but they are 22-8-1 ATS last 31 times. There's also this. The Cowboys are 16-6 under on Sunday Night Football since 2016. They're 13-5 ATS last 18 on Sunday night. Post-bye week, 13-6 straight up, 14-5 ATS. They're also 13-5 ATS off a straight-up loss since 2021, so they've rebounded nicely under Mike McCarthy. Niners pre-bye week, 2-4 straight up, 1-5 ATS last 6.
Losers in a world of hurt, too.
Yeah, that's
huge game.
I think 3.5 is a little low, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you. And the other thing, what it did, and now suddenly things can change like this. The door's open for the Rams. I don't think they're that good,
True.
But that's a big win. But if you're going to keep Kupp and you're going to get Puka back, you see Stafford spreading it around and a big win, even covering up this awful defense. You're right there in the mix. Mm-hmm. And what if the Niners lose and you could get a Seattle loss as well? So good job with the schedule. 5 late games are all intriguing. I also like what Chernoff said, that, and the numbers moved, of course, what Tyreek Hill said, that, okay, we're going to cook now and we're going to get back with Tua in action, but see how that looks like in the Miami game. Unfortunately, had a loser earlier today in the Premier League. Nottingham Forest went over, 3-1 final against Leicester City. That's the meat man, and now it's our regular spot with our old friend Nigel Seeley at Seeley_Nigel on X, VSiN contributor, and Because We Win podcast. Here we go with his Premier League and one lower league pick, a prop, and what he likes with a side. Take it away, Nigel.
Hi, it's Nigel Seeley here, back again with my best bets for the weekend in the Premier League and across England's lower league. And we start off in the top flight in England, where we're going to go to Brentford, who host Ipswich. Brentford have been bet very heavily on the money line in the last 72 hours to beat Ipswich, who are a very, very poor side, who haven't really adapted to life in the top flight after promotion last season from the Championship. Brentford are now down to around about minus 150 on the money line, but some of the derivative markets, some of the prop markets haven't moved. The Asian handicap has moved in Brentford's favour, the money line has moved in Brentford's favour, but there is some value on the props here. And a prop I really like is Brentford to be winning at half time, which is plus 118 currently. If you look at Brentford this season at home, they've played 4 matches and they've been leading at half time in all 4 matches. Ipswich, in all their games in the Premier League, are the only side in the Premier League that haven't been leading at half-time. They've failed to be taking the lead after 45 minutes in all of their 8 matches. We know Brentford start fast. In 4 of their last 5 matches, they've scored in the first minute. They are flat-track bullies. They beat teams they are supposed to beat. They struggle against the top sides. And at home, they've got one of the best records in the Premier League. I think they have the best record in the Premier League this season. Only Manchester City and Arsenal can match the amount of points that Brentford have had. So Brentford are going to start fast. I like them to win the match, but minus 150 is a little bit low. But I think they're going to start fast and be leading at the half-time whistle, which is plus 118. And I think that is a tremendous bet. Moving on to Sunday, I have 2 bets. One of them is a big price, and one of them is a little bit of a lower price. But this interests me. It's the game between Crystal Palace and Tottenham. Crystal Palace are in complete disarray this season. They're in total turmoil. The fans are turning on the board. It's not a happy place down at Selhurst Park, and they entertain the Tottenham side, who are so inconsistent. Last week, they had a brilliant Tottenham performance in a 4-1 win against West Ham. The week before, they were dreadful, leading 2-0 against Brighton and capitulated in the second half to lose 3-2. The one thing we do have in this Tottenham side is goals, lots of goals. And the man who gets all their goals this season is their captain. He's returning from injury. It is Son. Son has scored last week in his return against West Ham. He scored the goal in that match. And he's playing here against the Crystal Palace side. There he has an excellent record. Son has played Crystal Palace 16 times in his career for Tottenham. Tottenham have won 14 of those matches where he has featured, and they've drawn the other 2. He has never been on a losing side when they face Crystal Palace. He has played 16 matches, scored 11 goals, and in his last 5 matches, he scored 5 goals, and he scored the first goal in 4 of the last 5 matches for Tottenham against Crystal Palace. Son is 6-1 to score the first goal. I think that's a great price. He's plus 185 to score any time. I think that's well worth taking as well. The only doubt about this is he has an injury concern. It's 50-50 whether he plays. If you place the wager and he doesn't feature or he doesn't play, the money will be returned. But if Son takes to the pitch, remember he takes penalties as well against the Crystal Palace side that are struggling, and Son has got a brilliant record against the Eagles. I think that is a fantastic bet. My final bet in the Premier League is on the big match this weekend between Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal have a huge injury crisis. No Odegaard. Saliba, their best defender, is suspended. Calafiori is an injury doubt, and also Saka is doubtful to play in this match. Liverpool under Arne Slot have been very patient. They've been the king of the unders. In 10 matches of the 12 that Liverpool have played, unders has cashed in all of those. Some of those matches were 3.5. Some of those matches were 2.5. In midweek, both these sides played in the Champions League, both played in an unders match. It was 1-0 to Arsenal at home to Shakhtar Donetsk, and it was 1-0 to Liverpool, who shut out a very good Leipzig side over in Germany. I think unders is the call here in what is going to be a massive, massive match. Liverpool are without Jota, which is a bit of a problem for them from their goal scoring perspective, but I think Slot, the way he's transformed Liverpool, they're very patient. They're not as attack-flowing as what we've seen under Klopp, and they are a side that I think unders will profit. This is a huge game for both sides. I think both sides will be quite happy with a draw, actually, given Arsenal's state with injuries and Liverpool coming to London of trying to avoid defeat. And I think under 2.5 here, which is plus 106. I cannot believe it's plus money. I think that is the bet. So they're my 3 bets in the English Premier League. And my best bet of the weekend is actually in the lower leagues. We've got to go down to League One, where I'm going to take Cambridge, who are currently plus 110. I would take anything above even money or even money on Cambridge to beat Burton. This is a cracking bet. Burton are the worst side in League One. They have lost their last 7 matches. They conceded at least 2 goals in those last 7 matches. They're without a win in the Football League this season. They're a side in real turmoil, and they're up against a Cambridge side who have had a shaky start but are playing really, really well. Last weekend, they beat Wigan 2-0 at home. They backed that up with a 2-0 win at Stevenage, turning the form around. They were very unlucky on the metrics, Cambridge, and they're up against a Burton side who are absolutely dreadful. So to get plus money for Cambridge is a gift, absolute gift. Take that gift, take it down to even money. But the best bet for me in England is League One, Cambridge to beat Burton. So a recap of my bets. I am going for Brentford, fast-starting Brentford to be leading at half-time at plus 118, massive, against Ipswich. I'm going to go for Son to score the first goal for Tottenham at a very, very out-of-form Crystal Palace. I also like him to score any time, plus 185. 5 goals from his last 5 matches against against Crystal Palace, and he's never been on a losing side. And finally, in the Premier League, under 2.5 goals, Arsenal against Liverpool at plus money. That's got to be a bet. Good luck with your bets. Take care, and I'll see you all again next week with the best bets across England in the Premier League and the lower leagues.
Incredible job. Good stuff from Nigel. And V's a contributor on every week with his soccer picks as well. We're getting ready. Boise State and UNLV. Boise State up to 4 here at Circa. What a night in sports. What a weekend. 44-20 last year in the Mountain West title game. Genty had a $150 and a touchdown in that game. I know Tim Murray said it. Brad Powers said it. Brad Powers bet Boise that they're hard to get that game out of your head after what happened. The Boise took them out, no problem. Genty, 1,248 yards on the season, averaging 9.9 yards per carry. His prop is 191 in some spots. Think about that. Will he run for 200 yards? Mitch said it early. It's like minus 3,000 to have a touchdown, whatever it is, and then plus 195, first touchdown of the game. But no. But one of the biggest group of 5 games we've seen now with the expanded playoff, the biggest game of the season likely, and who knows, maybe we get the rematch coming out here as well in the Mountain West title game. But love their offense, love it there off the bye week. Boise has beat them 7 in a row, and I think Boise gets it done tonight. And again, the number up to 4 at Circa, and the total was up. Now it come back down a little bit after the look-ahead line. The game was up for a couple weeks as well. Can't wait for this one. 7:35 kickoff, 10:30 on the East Coast. Boise out here against UNLV. I'm warning you, do not place your next bet till you check out Juice Reel. Free tool, bettors love it. REEL lets you connect all your betting accounts wherever you bet. All your history automatically loads in. More than giving you the in-depth analytics on your own bets, it uses the $4 billion of bets the community sinks into the app to help everyone bet smarter. Get stats on yourself, follow real winning bettors, and fade the losers. Have a great football season by using Juice Reel, your go-to free betting tool. Grab it, get it, download it now. Get the Juice Reel app. It's free. Juice Reel.
Up next, VSiN host Mike Somich will make an appearance here live with us in studio. He always comes loaded. We're going to empty the Gatling gun coming up here, right? He's got player props, a ton of bets for Week 8 in the National Football League. That's next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup, then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to vsin.com/pro to join VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN, the sports betting network. This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Good to have you on board. We're live in Las Vegas, Circa Resort and Casino. Here we go. Mike Somich joins the program now. He's a VSiN host. His show is called Ready, Set, Bet. It's on Saturday and Sunday evenings. Saturday night starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Mike, good afternoon. Thanks for popping on today, as always. How are you?
I'm doing great. I walked into my room at Circa. I was telling you guys this during the break, and I'm the first guest in that specific room. I guess they just finished the 30th floor, and owner Derek Stevens had a nice little surprise waiting, a nice little letter inside this beautiful blue envelope, a book about the building of Circa,
Wow.
and a bottle of champagne waiting for me. So I love Circa. It's a home away from home for me, so to be able to then get this package waiting for me was just a kind of next level thing. Love the hospitality here.
You popped the champagne already?
Not yet. No, I'm saving it
You
for
wait till
after the
this?
UNLV win, right?
After the UNLV win tonight, yeah. We're going to be going. Mike's going to be with us in the suite tonight with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a great crowd tonight.
Sounds like it.
I think we're going to see a lot of blue there.
So I flew in today, from Santa Barbara, about 25% of my plane. Blue and orange. You were at Boise State
really?
from Santa Barbara. You had Boise State chants going onto the plane. You get to the airport. More than a smattering of blue and orange around there. So a lot of Boise State fans going to come in for this game.
Would that be a popular connector area?
I'm assuming
for
it's a
it?
connection.
It's gotta be, right?
Yeah, because there's not that many Boise State fans in Southern California just hanging out in Santa Barbara. So I'm guessing the plane came in from somewhere up north, but I was shocked when I walked in there and saw all of it.
All right, let's get to Sunday's games. National Football League Week 8. Jets-Pats played about a month ago. It was the best I think Aaron Rodgers looked all season long. What do you want to do with the total in this game?
Well, I think the important thing is to look back at that game a month ago, right? So that total was 39.5. It was a Thursday night game. We've traditionally seen Thursday night games go under the total. We also had a first-year head coach on a Thursday night, so not a great scenario for points. Since then, we have Drake May, who's taken over quarterback for New England. That matters. Multiple points toward a total number. Devontae Adams ends up in the Jets. And you also have a banged-up defense that there's effort issues that you're worried about out of New England, where we have a banged-up defense from New York as well. And yet this total has only moved up 1.5 points. To me, that is not a big enough upgrade for what we've seen from this Patriots offense, which has scored 21 and 16 in the 2 weeks with Drake May at quarterback. And this Jets team should be able to get points against New England as well. I like the over 41 quite a bit in this spot.
Okay. How about Saints and Chargers? Same number.
Same number, same play for me. I'm going back to the over here, and this is multifaceted. So first off, situationally, if you haven't heard about this, you're going to hear about it all the time when people talk about this game. It's a team off a Thursday night game against a team off a Monday night game. In this situation, since they started playing these Thursday and Monday night games, hitting the over in these games over 70% of the time. So right there, massive trend toward the over. But then when you look deeper into this too, a lot of people don't want to play the Saints overs because of what we saw on Thursday night with them, but they're getting back Olave. They're getting back Taysom Hill. They're getting back multiple offensive linemen. You have Spencer Rattler now with a longer week to prepare, and a Chargers team that, if you look at what they did before the bye, this is a very run-focused team. If we look at what they did after the bye, this is a team that wants to throw the football. We've seen Herbert throw the football over 30 times in those last two games. The red zone inefficiencies are what really cost them last week against the Arizona Cardinals. I think both of these teams able to go out and get points. That Saints defense still a little bit banged up. So this is another one where we're sitting at a low total of 41. I think there's a chance we see quite a few points here. So I'll take the over 41 in this spot as well.
Okay. We were talking about this game before you came on first hour. I mean, it should be fireworks with Green Bay. They should be able to go up and down the field. Green Bay should be able to do what they want through the air. How do you want to attack this with Packer wide receivers, with Love, etc.?
Yeah, I'm surprised this number's dropped. I actually bet it at 4.5 on Sunday. Now we're sitting here at 4. I don't necessarily agree this is a better spot for Jacksonville. I think it's almost a worse spot after coming back from London. 2 weeks over there. Everyone's like, oh, well, they righted the ship. No, they played New England. Like, that was what happened. It wasn't them righting the ship specifically on the defensive side of the football. It's a team that loves to give up big plays, was getting absolutely carved up in this man-to-man defense that they are just forcing themselves to run. And you've got the Packers coming in here who love making big plays. Jordan Love, longest pass of the game, longest reception of the game, sitting at 37.5 yards. That is way too low. He has gone over that total in 4 of the 5 games that he has played, and you've got multiple Packers receivers here that can help with that deep ball, specifically off the play-action pass. I simply went to this. Look, I'm not sure which Packers receiver is going to be week in and week out. So who has the lowest total? That's Christian Watson. He's sitting at 27.5. I'll take his over receiving number, and you can get Christian Watson 70-plus yards at plus 900. I think he's one of the most likely guys to get one of those long touchdown passes. And if he gets a 40-yarder, getting to 70 yards, not that difficult. And we've seen this consistently in Green Bay. It's a different receiver every week.
It is.
Why not just take the one with the lowest prop and then play the ladder above it and see if you can get a big number?
Mike, that's a great angle. I love the angle because I beat myself up every single week trying to figure out who's going to go nuts. Somebody's going to do it.
Someone's going to do it. Someone's going for 100 yards. It's which one? So just take the one with the shortest number and take a big price on it.
Excellent.
I'm on it right now.
How about this? I mean, they won't stop running their mouths. He doesn't sound like Kermit the Frog. I don't get it. Kermit,
Come on, do it.
Kermit the Frog. He doesn't sound. I don't understand him. So what do you think of the Raiders calling out Mahomes time and time again, rubbing it in last year, revenge? What do you want to do with the plenty of Chief fans? You see, it's going to be at least 55-45 in favor of the Chief fans. What do you think? 8.5 now.
I mean, why are you poking the bear? If there's one thing we've learned about Patrick Mahomes over the years, outside of he's a phenomenal football player, he is also a very petty human being. I don't know if you guys remember when he was 4th on the list of NFL's top 100 players. Well, after every single touchdown he threw for about 4 weeks, he held up 4 fingers just to remind the world that he was ranked 4th on that list and not number 1. Now you have a Raiders team where Antonio Pierce comes out and says, I've figured out Patrick Mahomes. I know how to stop him. You've got this Raiders locker room after beating him that is smoking cigars in Arrowhead. You've got them mocking him with this Kermit the Frog stuff during the preseason. And then it got brought up on the Kelsey podcast this week. And Kelsey said, yeah, we all remember. It got brought up to Mahomes. And he's like, we'll take care of that on the field. I want Mahomes props. It just feels like this is a Chiefs team that in a spot where they may not be overly motivated are going to be incredibly overly motivated, especially to get Mahomes his. Right now you can get over 1.5 passing touchdowns. That's sitting at minus 115. Give me that all day. I think this Chiefs offense wants Patrick Mahomes to score touchdowns when they're in the red zone. I also kind of like Patrick Mahomes' 2+ rushing touchdowns in this spot. We saw him run one in last game. That's sitting at 15-1 in some places. So if you want to go out there, you want to get a little wonky, I think you can go to Patrick Mahomes' rush touchdowns. But the passing touchdowns, I think at minus 115 is way too low. I priced that out around minus 120 without the motivation. And then you add that motivation, and I think it should be closer to minus 150, minus 160. So I think minus 115, a great number on over 1.5 touchdown passes.
Okay.
What'd you think of Hopkins? He's 37.5. Immediate impact, nothing too difficult.
I think this is a tough offense to integrate in immediately. And one of the reasons I believe that is if you look at the other wide receivers they've brought in, they haven't had success. But then you look at the guys that have been in the system that they bring back, and immediately they pay dividends, right? Like guys like Mecole Hardman, guys like MVS last year, where it's like, well, we got to pick someone up off the pile. Let's take someone that's been here before. So I think Hopkins actually fits into this offense phenomenally down the line. I think the first couple games, it could be a little bit hit or miss. So I'm not going to get involved in the Hopkins market early. I want to see him inside this offense. I'd be interested to see if he goes under this total this week. If there's an opportunity next week to then take him over, if this number drifts down a little bit in that low 30s number next week because of a poor performance this week, it sets it up for him with a week of practice to then be able to get more of his. So I expect that you'll see them click, but I think it's going to take a little bit of time in the offense.
Let's follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Our guest, VSiN host Mike Somich. Okay, so last Thursday when the Broncos played at the Saints, they crushed them. They did whatever they wanted. I bet Bo Nix over 11.5 longest rush in that game. I think this game against Carolina sets up as a similar opponent right now in terms of their overall defense. Broncos should be able to run all over them. I want to bet Bo Nix over. They adjusted. It's 12.5 now, but it's even money. I want to do it one more time. What is your angle here with a different player?
I'm looking at Javonte Williams. I actually like that angle on Bo Nix as well. I was doing some research for this game. I want to play against the Carolina Panthers rush defense every week.
Yep.
Every single week, I want to find a way to do it. You're seeing the single running back totals just balloon up, right? Last week, Brian Robinson Jr. was 71.5. Javonte Williams sitting at 78.5 in this game. I don't want to play over, especially in a shared backfield in that scenario. But if you look at the longest run, Javonte Williams right now, 14.5 is his longest rush number. The Carolina Panthers have given up a 15-yard run in 5 of their 6 efforts and done it to 6 different people. So in one of those games, 2 people were able to get over a 15-yard run. Javonte Williams has gone over this number, had at least one 15-yard rush in 6 of his 7 games. So this is a perfect storm with a big play running back who's gotten to this number 6 out of 7 times, taking on a defense that loves giving up explosive runs. So for me, versus playing the total, which is over 78.5, that's too big. Give me just one run where Javonte Williams breaks in the secondary, over 14.5, minus 110 there.
Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so would you still be alive in Survivor? You said you were going to do this with your partner, tracking it. You would be?
Yeah, we'd still be alive.
Okay, who you were going to use which team last week?
Last week was going to be the Bills.
The Bills, okay.
Yeah, so we would have used Eagles 2 weeks ago, Bills last week.
Who would you use this week?
We haven't talked about it yet. We're getting saltier and saltier as we get through it each time, because it's like that one week where you get blown up.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because the game that knocked me out, Cardinals versus Niners, every time you hear people reference it, it's like, well, that was just a crazy one. You could never see that coming. It just did the knife right back into the Survivor heart of mine. So we haven't talked about it this week, but there's a lot of good options.
A lot of options
I mean, that's the thing. You've got a lot of these lines where there's 6, 7 points. I know, like, for me, even looking at someone like Denver, I think is interesting, where you get the return of Bryce Young. I don't want to lay 7.5 with Bo Nix at home or against anybody, but at the same time, really don't mind taking him in a Survivor spot.
Yep. Great stuff as always. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
There you go, Mike Somich. Up next, In Pocket Place.
In the heart of downtown Las Vegas, a sports oasis awaits. Stadium Swim, the ultimate outdoor amphitheater, built for the ultimate sports fan, with a colossal screen that brings the game closer than ever. Reserve a daybed, private cabana, or lounge in the center of it all. 6 pools to dive into as the game heats up. And the best part, there's never an off-season. Open 365 days a year. Stadium Swim, it's always spectator season.
Join the guru, John Hansen, at the intersection of prop betting and fantasy sports on Prop Points, only on VSiN.
Why? I think it's because a lot of these read option quarterbacks stink. I think you want Flacco starting for the Colts.
John and his guests will help you find the connection between the two and give you his expert advice on how to capitalize when a number is too good to pass up. Prop Points, every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern on VSiN.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled, plus a 3-year price guarantee. Visit Spectrum.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
At the front door.
Nate ahead. Drop back now for Hanrahan. Hanrahan shot. He scores!
See red, I gotta get it out.
Fed out to center for Marin. Ahead to Patilla. Over to Young. Shot. Scores!
Our echoes break walls. It's about to get loud.
Got the rebound, back to the line for Strathman. Over to Burchell. Shot. Score! For Jardine. Rebound. Loose. Jardine couldn't backhand it home. Puck is kept by Bernard. Across. Hextall. Score!
It's gonna get loud. All the battles that we lost, yeah. We'll bring the grit to win it all. It's about to get loud. It's about to get loud. It's about to get loud. Gotta burn it down, beat it till you're broken aside.
Friday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Covelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 9 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Sioux City Musketeers. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms were last in action last Saturday night against the Lincoln Stars, a game in which the Phantoms fell by a 3-2 final. Phantoms open the scoring 24 seconds into regulation. Michael Messick, his second of the season. Adam Binock and Luke Osborne with the helpers. Lincoln tied it at the 3:30 mark, third goal of the season for lefty Markinitis. We were tied at 1 at the end of the first period. Pair of goals in the second for Lincoln. At 3:28 was Jack Picard with his 5th of the season. Then at 14:26 was Blake Montgomery with his 3rd of the season. And Lincoln led 3-1 at the end of the second. Phantoms get back on the board at the 4:35 mark of the third period. Was Connor DeHaro's second goal of the season. Cal Houston and Brecken Smith with the assists, but Youngstown could get no closer and fell by that 3-2 score. Jan Shostak started and left the game at the 17:47 mark of the first due to injury. He stopped 7 out of 8. William Prowse came on in relief. He stopped 17 out of 18 and got the win. Owen Leapak played well but took the loss. He stopped 23 out of 26. Lincoln power play was 0 for 3. Youngstown power play was 0 for 4. Let's go ahead and take a listen to last Saturday night's post-game interview with Phantoms head coach Ryan Ward.
Ryan, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought we got off to a great start. Obviously, Rusinski hit a post. I thought we did a lot of good things, a lot of good things to hold on. Happy with our guys' effort, happy with our start. A couple mistakes from young players that we'll get fixed. So really, encouraged. Like if that's the best thing in the last.
Ryan, you're only averaging 2 goals so far through the first 8 games now. What can you do to get the offense going?
Yeah, just keep. I mean, we've had some chances last night. We did 4 goals. Just keep going, and those go in. Very similar to a couple of years ago. Obviously started off slow, and I'm not concerned about this.
And we talked about yesterday, the Cal making his debut at home ice. Just how special a moment was that?
Yeah, obviously, Cal's worked really hard to get to where he's got to. It's always special for him. Play in front of his friends again, so yeah, it's amazing.
Connor DeHaro, a big goal for you tonight to help get you back in the game. I mean, we've just seen so much growth out of Connor on the offensive side of this game. What do you think of your defense?
Yeah, I think Connor's come a long way.
What can you do to get more points out of the blue line?
Gotta get to the net. Yeah, he's been a horse. Plays huge minutes, offensively, defensively, special teams. His growth, I think, is player for a long time. So, I think good job.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go far,
Mic check 1 2.
more,
My mic's
and
still
enjoy
on.
the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Experience the best in hockey streaming with Black Bear TV, serving the Covelli Center and Deep Freeze Arena, plus dozens of venues across North America. State-of-the-art HD cameras will change the way you watch games. Choose the plan that works for you at blackbearsports.tv.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center during the pregame show. Let's take a look at tonight's scratch report. We will begin with the visiting Sioux City Musketeers. You can scratch number 4, Lions, number 13, Crowder, number 18, Arsenault, number 19, Musket, number 24, Tuminaro, and number 44, Keefe, as well as the head coach, Jason Kirshner. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 3, Jack Wilson, number 14, Carter Murphy, number 31, Owen Lepak, number 88, Michael Coleman, and number 89, Cade Stingram. That was tonight's scratch report. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Sioux City Musketeers, who entered tonight's game with a 6-2-0-0 record. Their 12 points put them in second place in the USHL's Western Conference. Starting on the left wing, out of Toronto, Ontario, committed to Northeastern, number 22, Giacomo Martino. Centering the top line for the Muskies, out of Plymouth, Minnesota, number 91, Landon Gunderson. On the right wing, out of Savage, Minnesota, committed to Minnesota State, number 3, Tate Pritchard. On defense, out of Gatineau, Quebec, committed to UConn, number 26, Anthony Elaine Samaki. And out of Manhattan Beach, California, committed to Harvard, number 2, Drake Murray. In net, out of Slovakia, committed to Arizona State, number 31, Samuel Urban. Urban enters tonight's game with a 5-0-0 record, a 2.00 goals against average, and a .929 save percentage. The head coach of the Musketeers is Jason Kirshner. He is suspended tonight, so manning the bench will be associate head coach Alex Doyle. The assistant coach is Jacob Pritchard. And now for your Youngstown Phantoms, who entered tonight's game with a 3-5-0-0 record. Their 6 points put them in 8th place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting on the left wing, out of Plymouth, Michigan, number 18, Michael Messick. Centering the starting line for the Phantoms, out of Czechia, number 28, Jakob Hesch. On the right wing, out of Munderland, Illinois, committed to Michigan, number 19, Mikey Burchell. On defense, out of Plymouth, Michigan, committed to Wisconsin, the draft property of the Buffalo Sabres, number 13, Luke Osborne. And out of Longmeadow, Massachusetts, committed to UMass, your captain, number 47, Colson Hanrahan. In net, out of Sweden, committed to Michigan State and the draft property of the Columbus Blue Jackets, number 60, Melvin Strahl. Strahl enters tonight's game with a 3-2-0-0 record, a 2.52 goals against average, and a .910 save percentage. Phantoms are coached in his third season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Brandon Gotkin. They are assisted by Scott Gordon. Equipment manager is Andrew Rush. Athletic trainer Amber Martinelli. Goaltending coach Neil Conway. Strength and conditioning coach Tommy Malloy. And the director of player development is Ethan Goldberg. The officials for tonight's game were selected by USA Hockey and are as follows. The referees will be Jane Brignoni and Miroslav Yaretz. The linesmen will be TJ Dockery and Riley Brass. Just about 4.5 minutes remaining here at the Covelli Center before starting lineups and the national anthem. We will go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have Youngstown Phantoms hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Here in Northeast Ohio, back in 1803, James and Danny Heaton found the ore that was lying in Yellow Creek. They built a blast furnace there along the shore, and they made the cannonballs that helped the Union win the war. Here in Youngstown, here in Youngstown, my sweet Jenny, I'm sinking down here, darling, in
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Prepare for an incredible experience with Black Bear TV. Stream live in HD from every Black Bear facility and more. Determine the plan that's right for you and subscribe now.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
And now for tonight's starting lineup. First up, at left wing from Plymouth, Michigan, number 18, Michael Messick. And center from Sioux, Czechia, number 28, Yakov. On defense from Plymouth, Michigan, number 13, Luke Osborne. Also on defense from Long Meadow, Massachusetts, number 47, Jose And in goal from Sollefteå, Sweden, number 16, Melvin Rowe. Phantoms, please welcome to the ice your junior starters for tonight's game. First up, number 2, Jackson Winchler, and number 12, Jack Collins. Next up, number 27, and number 30, Aiden Baca. Next, number 45, Bennett Moore, and number 37, Tobias Baca. Next, number 47, Constantine Milligan, and Peyton Schmidt. Next, number 97, Aaron Singh, number 98, Brandon Pasquarello, and number 99, Hunter Phillips. Tonight's juniors starters of the game. Fans, please stand and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by Jamie Mellon.
A beautiful rendition of our national anthem by Jamie Mellon. Welcome back into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack, here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Musketeers for the second out of 3 this season. Phantoms played the Muskies back on the 19th of September about the USHL Fall Classic, a game that Sioux City won by the score of 2-1. 5-on-3 power play goal in that one in the second period for the Musketeers. Phantoms had a couple of nice shorthanded breakaway looks. Couldn't get anything past Samuel Urban until Jakob Hesch's first USHL goal came about midway through the third period. Got Youngstown on the board, but Phantoms couldn't get any closer. And Urban has been a stingy one this season, a 5-0 record. Tops in the league, a 1.93 goals against. I believe that's 6th in the USHL, as is his save percentage of .929. You can roll for initiative. We're underway as Hesch wins the draw. Osborne, D-to-D over to Hanrahan. Snapped ahead to line, redirected in by Burchell. To the end wall to get it is Murray. Turned it over to Messick. Up to the point, took Hanrahan. His shot on the cage, kicked out by Urban. Rebound sent up the boards by Murray, kept in the zone by Osborne. Down to the corner for Burchell. Took a check to the back of the shoulders from a member of the Sioux City defense as it comes over to the right side. Messick with it. Tried to turn, went down hard. Fans didn't like it. Coming in to help clean that up was Burchell. Phantom still with the puck. Hanrahan to Osborne. Back into the right corner. Trickles to Burchell, then Hesch. Jakob into the corner. Up to the point for Smith. His shot redirected in front off the stick of Burchell. Never touched by the Musketeers. They'll send it down the ice, and Brecken Smith, nice inside move there to draw the icing whistle. 52 seconds into this first period, which is presented by Price Heating and Cooling. And the Musketeers, maybe some semi-tired bodies, just 52 seconds, maybe a little long for a shift. The Phantoms are going to go for a line change, though. Youngstown going to put out the top line, but not going to take the draw against Gunderson. And Benock will win that draw. Up to the point goes to Houston. Cal down the right wall to Benock. Into the circle looking for Landon Resendez making his Youngstown debut. Down low to Benock. Came around over to Hextall, back in the lineup after being shaken up last weekend. Benock took a hard hit from behind, bounced up, came away with the puck. Fanned on a couple of passes, Hextall in to support him. Bounced into the circle, Musketeers got it away and will clear it as far as center. They're going to try to hustle off quickly for a fire wagon change, and they will do so as Youngstown cycles it down into the corner. Off of Resendez it came, was looking for Benock, but taken away by the Musketeers, and they'll bring it ahead. Redirecting it into the zone, Sioux City comes around to the left side. That was Dallas Potter making his USHL debut. Member of the Johnstown Tomahawks, playing up this weekend for the Musketeers as they are missing 3 skaters and their head coach as a result of a line brawl that happened last Saturday in Sioux City against the Gamblers. As here they center in front looking for Gavin Gary. That's redirected over to the left point. Held by Jake Delaney. Sent wide of the cage from the right point. Hanrahan hustling over for it. Bounced off the wall, came to Hextall, and then Smith to Rusinski. Fought through a check at center and poked it into the right wing corner. Firing it around the kick plate. Farsard keeps it on the left side, just past Rusinski behind the cage. Hanrahan's going to retreat here. Instead of pinching to keep the play alive, Hanrahan got knocked down from behind by Luke Gary, as there are a pair of Gary brothers. As the puck is out of play, 17:30 left in the first. Though we're going to say the Gary brothers are fraternal twins and not identical, as Luke is 5'11", 161. Gavin is 6'2", 203, but both born on June the 7th of 2005. Face off to the right of Urban. Controlled by the Musketeers. Sioux City carrying it ahead. Got mucked up at center a little bit. Battling for it there was Luke Gary, but it did get back out to the neutral zone, being chipped ahead by Wayman. Down the left side comes Jardine. Centered for Kerr. Shot! Score! He's having fun. Looking out for number 1, Justin Kerr. His first goal in the USHL comes at 2:46, and Youngstown grabs the 1-0 lead. Great work by Luke Santilli to chip that one ahead. Worked it to Jardine and dropped it back for Kerr, and he snapped it past Urban. And the Phantoms are on the board first. And they have the neutral zone draw. Coming ahead with it is Jardine down the right side. Poked back out to center by the Musketeers. Santilli throws it to the cage. Was going wide in there, but it's gloved down and set up by Urban. And Sioux City ices the puck. Faceoff will be to the right of Urban after the icing whistle. Be Hesh to take the draw. And broken stick off the faceoff. That was Hesh. His twig snapped in half. His blade almost went into the cage behind Urban as the Musketeers send it down in the Youngstown zone. Osborne around the cage. Up was looking for Messick. Pass went between his legs, and this will go for icing on the Phantoms. As down to beat out the icing whistle. I believe it was Easton Hewson. These Musketeer jerseys, not the easiest thing to read. They tell me there are numbers on those sleeves. I don't know if I believe them or not. As off the defensive zone draw, Youngstown with the face-off win. Hanrahan around the kick plate and ahead off of Burchell. They're going to say no icing on this one. As the Musketeers will try to break it out. Came to the red line, picked up there by Hanrahan. Nice little stick handle, but taken right back away from him by Martino. Elaine Samaki into the zone. Floats over to the right point, turned and fired. His shot blocked by Hesh. Lifted out to center. Going to roll down into the Muskie zone. No icing on this one. Samaki plays it over to Murray. Snap to the neutral zone for Pritchard. Brought back into the zone, but offside are the Phantoms. So I think Resendez got the steal there. But Bannock had not cleared the zone. 4 minutes exactly into this first period. Youngstown with a 1-0 lead. The goal for Justin Kerr, his first in the USHL. Youngstown wins the defense neutral zone draw. I'll figure out where the puck is one of these days. Houston dumped it in. Battle for it in the left wing corner, taken away by Houston. Stolen from him by the combination of Resendez and Bannock. Over in the right corner, Hopka sends it around, kept to the right point by Houston. Back down low, it went through the stick of Jack Hextall and poked out to center by the Musketeers. Picking up in front of the bench, Luke Gary. Send it over to brother Gavin. Shot wide of the cage. Nice defense there on the backtrack by Bannock. As one of the Gary brothers went in there and bowled a man over in the right corner. Finally getting up to his feet was Cal Houston as Bannock comes away with the puck. Up to Houston. Cal chipped it past his man, got it to Hextall. Tried to work it back into the corner for Houston, broken up by the Musketeers. They'll snap it ahead to center. Goes off the stick of Blank and rolls into the right wing corner. Taken away quickly by Bannock, and sorry, that's 90 to Nikita Klepov. Not 9, Talon Blank. As again, these Musketeer jerseys, not the easiest thing on the planet to read. As from the red line, DeHaro throws it on net. Interesting decision there by Urban to handle the puck. Almost had it taken away by Kuzma Voronin. Sent near side by Frassard. Off of Voronin, it bounced to Rusinski. To Osborne, down into the corner, looking for Kuzma. Came to Smith, got hooked down, picked it back up, still handling the puck. Brecken down the right side. Around the kick plate, it comes to Osborne, pinching it on the play. Threw it in front, blocked away by the skates of a Musketeers defender, and they will carry ahead through center. Klepov down the left side to the goal line, centered in front, off a couple of sticks, bouncing around, picked up by Osborne. Osborne off the far boards and out to center for Smith to Rusinski. Rue fought through a check, worked it to Veronin. Fed it in front, looking for the redirect by Smith. Didn't click. Fassard keeps it alive, worked it to Smith as the Phantoms going to try to get some fresh forwards on the ice here. But the Musketeers with the steal, and they'll force it at least as far as center. Louis Wayman coming in to clean up the hit there. Fed across for a shot and a goal. Jake Delaney, the defenseman, up on the rush, picked the top corner, far side on Melvin Strahl, and we were all knotted up at a goal apiece. Time of the goal, 6:28. As just a beautiful shot by Delaney, the defenseman, his first of the season. Seemed like the Phantoms had the numbers to cover the rush initially. But unfortunately ends up in the back of their cage as they win the center ice faceoff. Turned into a 3-on-2 for the Musketeers, and they hit the far side winger, who was the defenseman joining the rush. Ended up in the back of the cage, and they're quickly off the faceoff. A one-timer for Jardine, and they score. Evan Jardine, an absolute rocket for his second goal of the season. And 9 seconds later, Youngstown back in front. Time of the goal, 6:43. And that was Kerr. Found Jardine on the inside edge of the circle. And he blasted it to the top corner. As Quentin Bourne lost his footing. Nice check by Martino. Fed up to the point they were looking for Samaki. Taken in front by the Phantoms, and it's Wayman with the goal! You can't handle the truth! Louis Wayman, his first in the USHL. Youngstown has a 3-1 lead. 19 seconds after the Jardine goal. Time of the goal, 7:02. As Wayman with the steal. And Sioux City, I wonder if we have a player with an equipment issue, as heading off to the locker room is number 10, Trey Jeffries. We need somebody from security to go help out our linesman. Can't get the exit tunnel door shut. Phantoms, 3 goals in the first, 7:02. Lead 3-1, and they win the draw. Hanrahan to Osborne from the red line, chips it to the right wing corner. Hustling after it, Burchell, but the Musketeers get there first. Cleared to the line, kept by Hanrahan. Down into the right corner, Messick tries to spin off the check as he's being worked by Hewson. Behind the cage, stolen by Messick, out in front, backhander just missed. Might have been blocked in front. As out to center come the Musketeers. Osborne poked away from his man, who gets it back. That is Potter. And from in front of the bench is Benock will steal it. Bounced off a check, came to the logo, picked up by Hanrahan. Lost it in the skates of Messick, and Michael will fire it into the zone. Urbon, little trouble with behind the cage. Able to work it over to the defense. Hustling over to keep it in the zone is Messick. To Burchell, across, and his shot was blocked by the shin of Hewson. Into the right corner, Benock picks it up. Benock off the back of the cage to himself. Tried to center, but knocked off the puck. Picked up by Murray. And sent over to Luke Gary. To Gavin. Ran into Hanrahan, got it back to Luke. Into the zone they come. Dropped off for Klipoff. His shot stopped by Strahl, and Melvin will cover. We'll have our media timeout. 11:39 left in the first. Phantoms lead 3-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center. 11:39 left in the first, and if you missed the opening 8 minutes and 21 seconds, you have missed 4 goals. The Youngstown Phantoms lead 3-1. Defensive zone draw coming to the right of Melvin Strahl. Phantoms have the top line out. It's Bannock against the top line of the Musketeers. Gunderson just got kicked out of the circle. Stepping in to take the draw was Pritchard, and he won that draw. Worked it to Martino. Sent around the kick plate, picked up in the right corner by Cal Houston. Up the boards to Resendez. Knocked away from him by Pritchard. Taken away by Houston. Sent around over to DeHart. O'Connor skates into it along the far wall. Poked out the center. Martino took it away, sent it right back in. Comes around to the near side. And that puck is redirected into the meshing as Gunderson and Houston jousted for it. 11:15 left in this first period. First period presented by Price Heating and Cooling. If you're tuning in from a high school football game here in the Mahoning Valley, hope you are having a great time enjoying the Week 10 action. We'll try to bring you some scores during the intermission reports if we can, as the Musketeers win the offensive zone draw for them. Worked it into the corner for Blank. Around for Stupka, centering feed, looking for Klepov. They fanned on it. Shot from center point by Hupka. That was stopped by Strahl. Rebound out to center. Coming back into the zone are the Musketeers. Throwing it through the mouth of the crease was Stupka. Strahl did not need to make a save there. Resendez couldn't get the steal. Worked back down low. Comes around to the left corner for Houston. Up the boards to Hextall, out to Bannock. 2-on-1 with Messick if they hurry. Sorry, it's Resendez. Resendez, shot right to the belly of Urbon. Rebound! Urbon with the save and the rebound behind the red line. Over into the left corner, picked up by Hextall. Jack fed it to Santilli. Shot, missed the cage. Santilli, the defenseman, sneaking in, bidding for his first USHL goal. As we have had 2 first USHL goals here tonight. Justin Kerr with his first, Louis Wayman with his first. Beautiful steal and score by Wayman. Face-off will be to the left of Urbon. Kerr to take the draw. Sioux City controls the faceoff. They'll bring it up the far boards. Try to hook up with Merniques into the zone. He got bumped off the puck by Bourne before Gavin Gary knocked his man off the puck and came to Merniques for a second before it was taken away by Santilli. Sent around to the far side. Pinching in, trying to keep it aligned was Delaney, the goal scorer for the Musketeers. Behind the cage, it goes to Gavin. And he got held by Kerr. And there's a touch by Jardine. And Youngstown will be heading to the game's first penalty kill on the other side of the media timeout. 9:54 left in the first. Phantoms lead 3-1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 9:54 left in the first. Phantoms heading to the penalty kill. Justin Kerr in the box for holding on this season. Phantoms penalty kill is 85%. That is 8th in the league. Power play for the Musketeers, 19.2% is 5th. Sioux City was 1 for 5 a month ago on the power play against Youngstown. That was the 5-on-3 power play goal for Justin Stupka. Face off to the left of Straw, which is won by Gunderson, but stolen by Hesh, and he cleared it into the bench. Look out, Coach Gotkin, by the way. Usually you'll see Coach Ward try to take cover behind Coach Gotkin. As here off, the faceoff popped in front, poked over to the boards by Hesh, picked up by Pritchard, sent to the point for Samaki. Over to the right side for Gunderson, center point, Samaki, left circle, Pritchard, toe drag, back to the point for Samaki. Over to Gunderson, side of the cage, fed in front, now back, and they score. Beautiful puck movement by the Musketeers, and it's Giacomo Martino with his 4th goal of the season. As Strahl maybe a little deep in his cage there, but took all of, 23 seconds there on the power play for the Musketeers to cash in. Time of the goal, 10:29. Again, the 4th of the season for Martino will try to get you the assists at intermission. As at center ice are the Musketeers. They'll bring it ahead. That's Blank. Drop it back for the oncoming defense, and that's Houston. Try to feed it across. Broken up by Monroe. Out to center for Rusinski. Rue into the zone down the left side. Into the corner. Fed it in front looking for a crashing Osborne. Didn't click. Came back to the wall for Monroe. His cycle down low. Broken up by the Musketeers. They'll skate it to the red line and chip it into the Youngstown end. Puck squirts behind the cage, taken there by Osborne, sent up the near wall for Monroe. Touched it to Rusinski, back behind him to Hanrahan, off the boards and played to Monroe. Mike behind him to Brecken Smith, into the zone for Osborne. Luke, shot, missed the cage. Off the corner glass, kept at the point by Messick, fed back down low. Comes around to the right half wall. Osborne got a touch on it. Taken away by the Musketeers. They'll float it to left wing corner. Comes up the near boards. Burchell fresh on the ice, trying to keep it alive here in the offensive end for Youngstown, but the Musketeers will come away with the puck. Does just squirt back out to center. Burchell tried to knock it back into the zone. Musketeers dangerously trying to change there. Phantoms almost caught them. Great job along the far wall by Sioux City to just kind of freeze that puck. Youngstown almost had a 2-on-0 from the blue line in as we hit 8 minutes remaining left here in the first period. High event period as the Phantoms lead 3-2. Stupka had it stolen at the red line by Hesh. Fed ahead to Burchell. Mikey down the right side into the zone. Carries it behind the cage. And now around. Mikey still with it across. Hanrahan fed it through the blue paint. Nobody could touch it home for Youngstown as Urbon completely abandoned the back post to challenge Burchell. And for him it paid off there as Hextall ran into Gavin Gary. Phantoms almost came away with the puck though. Battle there in the slot. Bannock able to play it to the right wing corner. Looking for Resendez. Sent up the wall. Bounces in front. And the Musketeers going to clear it down the ice. No icing here. The puck doesn't have enough steam on it. As DeHaro will carry it around the net and then drop it there for Houston. Cal ahead off the stick of Resendez. No icing here. Came behind the cage. Musketeers sent it around the wall to Klepov and now out to center. Pass broken up nicely by Forsard. Sent back into the Youngstown zone. Backtracking for it is Samaki. Left it behind the net for Murray. And now back to Samaki as the Musketeers try to start the rush ahead. Samaki fires it into the zone. Comes around to the near side, popped up in the air for Sard, got a stick on it. Taking it right away were the Musketeers. I believe that's Martino, the goal scorer, down there along with Tate Pritchard. Houston pried it out of the corner, sent it up the far wall. Hextall bounced it back to Houston. Cal played it out to center. Musketeers pick it up, fire it right back in. Strahl couldn't stop it behind the cage. Comes to Samaki, sent it around the kick plate, was looking for Gunderson down low. Picked up by Resendez, poked it past, but then stolen and thrown toward the cage by Pritchard. His shot off the corner boards all the way down into the Musketeer zone. Snapped ahead by Elaine Samaki into the zone for the redirect by Martino. Musketeers to the line change. Santilli fired it ahead for Jardine, who has a goal here tonight. Evan had the Phantom's second goal. Came 9 seconds after the Musketeers opener. Bourne from the red line, fired it in and around. It comes to the right side for Jardine. Worked it back behind the cage, but Mentz poked it along for the Musketeers over to Gavin. Gavin Gary had it stolen. Jardine in the left circle, spun away from a hit. Jardine still with it and cycles behind the cage just out of the reach of Wayman. Santilli pinching in, keeps it alive, got it to Wayman. Louis across, Bourne, Jardine, shot blocked into the corner. It's Bourne, throws the nice reverse hit there on Pritchard to keep the play alive and worked it to Jardine. Evan to the half wall, center point. Kerr steps in, fired a slapper, blocked by a couple of different Musketeers. Rebound into the right corner. Santilli through the slot. Nobody there on the weak side for Youngstown. And the Musketeers will play it off the near wall and to the red line. Off a Phantom stick. It bounces into the left wing corner. Bourne bumped to get the puck away. Got it to Santilli. Worked to Veronin and out to center. Kuzma tried to run the give and go with Rusinski. It didn't click. Rue in on the forecheck, almost got the steal, but the Musketeers will break it back through center. Nice little bump there by Hanrahan as the puck came free to Osborne around the kick plate, kept by a pinching Mentz. Back to the left corner, picked up there by Merniques. Worked it behind the cage to Dysert, fed into the slot. Rusinski stole that one, got it to Veronin and across the blue line, but the Musketeers take it right back. Rolled to Hanrahan, played it out to center. Hit a Musketeers stick, so no icing, and Sioux City will try to resume the attack. Carrying ahead is Klepov. Klepov into the zone, floats it to the far side. Stupka dropped it back, but nobody there at the point. Believe he was looking for Houston. Sent near side, Musketeers dump it in. And then Sioux City offer a change. Hammerhand ahead of the line for Smith. Danced around one, danced around two, but then forced over to the boards. Worked it to Rusinski. Rue fed it in front, had a man crashing down the alley. That was Osborne. Pass just a little bit offline as ahead comes Klepov. Stops at the right half wall. Floated across looking for Samaki. Came back for the shot off the post by Giacomo Martino. Inches away from tying the game for the Musketeers. 3:45 left in the first. Some nice flow there. I don't know if we'd had a whistle since the power play goal for Martino. Shots on goal 9-5 in favor of the Phantoms. As Sioux City won the offensive zone draw, played back to the line, kept by Murray. Sent down low, glove down by DeHaro. His clearing attempt knocked down. Finally works it to Hextall. He's able to play it to center. Picked up there by Pritchard. And fed across, redirected into the zone by Martino. DeHaro able to play it back out to center, but taken right back away by Pritchard. Spins in front of his bench. Being watched by Binock and Resendez. Cross-ice pass off the stick of DeHaro, stayed in play. Samaki took a bump from Hextall, and Binock will play it out to center, but Murray's going to pick it up for the Musketeers, but Binock gets the steal. Binock battling for it, keeps it alive in the zone. Adam, wide of the cage, was looking for the redirect by DeHaro. Beautiful feed by Binock, as here it's up ahead for Martino. Cherry picking a little bit. Sent through the kick plate, kept at the right point by the Musketeers. Back behind the cage, it's Martino. Bouncing puck, fed in front looking for Gunderson. Didn't click as Resendez sends it to the far side, and through the neutral zone comes Cal Houston, the defenseman, joining the rush as the fans are trying to change behind the play. Hesh broke up the clearing attempt. Worked it up to the point to Houston. Played into the circle. Messick stick handling behind him. Houston shot, blocker save by Urban and into the meshing. Cal Houston looking for his first USHL goal. Had a nice look there. 2:26 left in the first period. Youngstown leads 3-2. Hesh to take the draw. Hesh won that draw. Back to the point. It's for Sard. Toward the cage. Redirected wide by Hesh. Santilli hustling in to keep the play alive for Youngstown. Messick covered up for him at the point. Pulled out of the scrum by Luke Gary. Sent up to Gavin. And out to center come the Musketeers. Into the zone. Down the right side. Blank trying to work his way to the cage. Fed it into the blue paint. And then just tucking it wide as he cut across the mouth of the paint was Jake Delaney bidding for goal number 2 on the night. Puck pinned along the end while Messick worked it free. Going to be kept at the top of the circle by Sioux City. Behind the cage, Luke Gary. Watched by Santilli. Lost the puck to Fassard. Touched it over to his defensive partner, Santilli, and he fanned on the clearing attempt. Gavin Gary. Gary walking in, tried to feed it through. Fassard broke that up and it redirected out to center. Picked up at the red line by Delaney and dropped back as the Musketeers are changing. It's redirected into the zone here by Gavin. Fassard across to Kerr. Justin, red line in blue into the zone, trying to split 2. He did. Got to it in the right corner. Trying to work it to Wayman. He does. Louis. Looking for Kerr again. Stolen by the Musketeers. They'll come through center. Coming ahead is Martino. Trying to get around DeHaro. He did. Martino to the cage. Kick save by Melvin Strahl. 1 minute remaining in the period. Jardine to the red line. Off of DeHaro. Looking for Wayman. It makes his way to him. Then Wayman fanned on the shot. Can be clubbed into the corner for Jardine. To Kerr. Shot off the post. Justin Kerr that close to his second of the game as Youngstown couldn't hold the zone there. DeHaro just had it bounce over the line. Fams did not touch the puck, and so play will continue with 35 seconds left in the period. Sent ahead to the line for Pritchard. Stolen by Benock, drop back for Bourne. Ahead to the line for Resendez. Landon down the right side. Knocked down, hopped right back up, but the Musketeers have the puck. Carrying ahead is Gunderson. Ahead through center, Hanrahan. Knocked Pritchard off his line. Pritchard after it in the left corner. Fed in front. Now the back door, they score. Martino, his second goal of the game. He got lost behind the cage, came to the back door, and a beautiful feed by Gunderson to find him. Frankly, he almost missed the shot as he fired through the 5-hole of Strahl. It ended up tucking just inside the post. As Martino was on a very sharp angle, his second goal of the period ties it for the Musketeers with 9.9 left in the opening frame. Youngstown wins the draw. Osborne to Hanrahan, back to Osborne. Pass stolen, fired down to the Youngstown zone, and that will do it for the opening period of play. Youngstown got the opening goal. We were tied at 1. Phantoms got 2 quickly, and then the Musketeers get 2 back, and we are all knotted at 3 at the end of the opening period. Shots on goal 10-7 in favor of Youngstown. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have the intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug We're stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Get 'em me drain. Get 'em me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get 'em me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center for the first intermission report. And at the end of 20 minutes to play, the Youngstown Phantoms and Sioux City Musketeers are tied at 3 goals apiece. Shots on goal in that first period, 10-7 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms opened the scoring at 2:46. It was Justin Kerr with his first of the season and first in the USHL. Evan Jardine and maybe Luke Santilli, but we're wondering if Louis Wayman is maybe going to have the secondary assist on that. Youngstown led 1-0. At 6:28, it was Jake Delaney tying the game at 1, his first of the season. Justin Stupka and Nikita Klepov with the helpers. 15 seconds later, Evan Jardine tied the game, or put Youngstown back ahead with his second goal of the season. Justin Kerr and Louis Wayman with the helpers. And then 19 seconds later, Louis Wayman, the steal and score, his first in the USHL, unassisted. And Youngstown led 3-1, but then back-to-back goals for Giacomo Martino at 10:29, a power play goal from Martino. And then at 19:50, Martino sneaked in the back door and was left all alone and able to get one through the 5-hole of Strahl, Gunderson, and Pritchard with the assists on the second Martino goal, and that's how we got to our 3-3 score. Sioux City was 1 for 1 on the power play. Youngstown was not awarded a power play in the opening frame. Samuel Urban stopped 7 out of 10. Melvin Strahl stopped 4 out of 7. Each team has hit the post. In fact, I think the Phantoms have hit 2 posts. I think Burchell hit 1, and Justin Kerr hit the other just before the second Martino goal. And I believe it was Martino also hit the post for the Musketeers. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leads. For more information,
Youngstown
call
is a distinguished legacy. We're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center during the first intermission report. Musketeers and Phantoms tied at 3. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Chicago leads Muskegon 2-0 at the first intermission. The only two USHL games underway so far. Getting underway in the next 20 minutes, Team USA, the U17s, will be in Dubuque to take on the Fighting Saints. Tri-City Storm will battle the Lincoln Stars. Cedar Rapids Rough Riders will take on the Madison Capitals. Fargo Force travels south to Omaha to battle the Lancers. And the Des Moines Buccaneers will take on the Waterloo Blackhawks. Also getting underway in the next the next 20 minutes, Game 1 of the World Series between the Yankees and the Dodgers. Over to the NHL scoreboard, Ottawa leads the Vegas Golden Knights 4-3 with 2 minutes left in the second period. End of the first at the Rock, the Islanders lead the Devils 2-1. Later tonight, the Predators will take on the Blackhawks in Chicago, and the Penguins travel up north to battle the Edmonton Oilers. Over to the college hockey scoreboard, Air Force beat AIC 2-1 in overtime. Sacred Heart leads Holy Cross 1-0 at the end of the first. Niagara with a 1-0 lead over Robert Morris at the end of the first. Army leads Bentley 1-0 at the end of the first. First intermission up at Grand Rapids, Michigan. Bemidji State and Ferris State tied at 1. Some action up in New York in the ECAC. Union leads RPI 3-1 at the first intermission. UConn with a 2-1 lead over UMass halfway through the first. Maine and Northeastern scoreless at the end of 1. Providence leads Vermont 1-0 at the end of the first. Ohio State up 2-0 on Bowling Green, end of the first period. Michigan State and Canisius scoreless at the end of 1. Michigan Tech and Clarkson scoreless at the end of 1. St. Lawrence leads Penn State 2-1 at the first intermission. Quinnipiac up 3-0 on New Hampshire. Notre Dame leads Long Island 1-0. Miami up 1-0 on Lindenwood. Colgate and RIT tied at 2. Arizona State and Northern Michigan tied at 1. Let's take a look at the high school football scoreboard here in the Mahoning Valley. First, we will start with my Hoover Vikings. Lead the Jackson Polar Bears 20-6. My Riverside Panthers trail the Mohawk Warriors 13-0. United leads East Palestine 21-0. Boardman up 21-10 over Canfield. West Branch up 6-0 on Salem. Warriors looking to remain perfect. South Range also looking to remain perfect. They're up 24-0 on Hubbard. Mineral Ridge and McDonald tied 7-7 at halftime. Crestview up 16-12 on LeBray. in the second quarter. Springfield all over Lowellville, 22-0 in the second quarter. Alliance up 14-10 on Marlington. Austintown Fitch leads Warren J. Harding 7-6. University School leads Howland 14-7. Camel up 8-6 on Waterloo. Ursuline up 9-0 in the Holy War over Cardinal Mooney. Champion up 7-0 on Newton Falls. Both of those teams looking for their first win of the season. Pie Valley looking to go to 9-1. They are up 41-0 on Grand Valley in the second quarter. East up 14-0 on Cheney. Jackson Milton and Western Reserve scoreless in the second quarter. Girard up 14-0 on Niles. Carrollton up 29-0 on Minerva. That'll do it for our first intermission report and the out-of-town scoreboard. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, second period action between the Phantoms and Musketeers here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Experience the best in hockey streaming with Black Bear TV, serving the Cavelli Center and Deep Freeze Arena, plus dozens of venues across North America. State-of-the-art HD cameras will change the way you watch games. Choose the plan that works for you at blackbearsports.tv.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA Hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Duncan's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center for the start of the second period. Phantoms and Musketeers tied at 3. And our officiating crew not messing around. They're ready to go. They're just waiting for the clock. Roll for initiative. The second period is underway. Youngstown controls the draw. Hanrahan up the near side and ahead for Hesh. Jakob ripped through the check of Elaine Samaki, but Musketeers got to the buck and around. Quickly goes for Pritchard. Pritchard dropped it back for Gunderson. Across Martino. Shot blocked by a sliding Hanrahan. Puck's underneath him. And they'll blow the whistle. Very quickly turned into a 3-on-2 rush for the Musketeers. And Martino's been one of the most dangerous players on the ice tonight. 2 goals already. And actually, they'll get him up to 11 points on the year. That'll tie him for the league lead in scoring. As Sioux City has, I believe, 2 of the top 6 scorers in the league in their lineup last week. Phantoms played the Lincoln Stars, had the 2 top scorers in their lineup. As here, that top line of the Musketeers wins the draw. Out to the right point, it's Murray. Setting it down low for Gunderson. Works up to the right half wall, up to the point for Murray. Kept the zone. Shot was blocked, left over to the wall by Pritchard. Touch with a Phantom stick, so play can continue. Monroe will get to that loose puck. Played it as far as center before Gunderson forced him back toward his own line. Down the ice it goes. No icing here. Skating back for it is Murray while Youngstown goes for a change. Played back to the red line for Gunderson. Danced around one check, danced around a second. Dropped it behind him for Pritchard, stick handling at the blue line, and then back behind him for Gunderson. Maybe a little dive there, try to draw a tripping call. Refs weren't having it as the puck rolled behind the cage. Played ahead by Osborne. Resendez couldn't take it at the red line. It dropped back to Blank. Played over to Murray. Fired back to the near side for it to be redirected over the Phantoms bench by Adam Bannock. Actually, linesman is saying no, that went off a Sioux City stick, and they're going to leave the face-off in the zone. Don't know if I saw it that way, but their view's slightly better than mine. 18:43 left in this second period. We're tied at 3. Gavin Gary to take the face-off against Justin Kerr. Kerr won the draw, but ducking around his man was Hukas. Played it down low for Hewson. Round to the far side, Blank behind him, turned it over. Nice keep by Kerr. Fed it in the corner looking for Wayman. This line has 3 goals tonight. All 3 skaters on this forward line for Youngstown have a goal. As Gavin Gary ducked around the check of DeHaro. Connor got there first. Fed it up the middle, found Wayman. Louis out to center for Jardine. Evan into the zone, down the right side, watched by Houston. Drop back for DeHaro, back to Jardine, couldn't stuff it home. Wayman in front, couldn't redirect it in. Tried to baseball bat it in, and ended up getting batted over the cage. And there's a penalty upcoming on the Musketeers. Interference will be the call, as I believe Gavin Gary going to the box. Or is it Justin Kerr? Justin Kerr going to the box for interference, and honestly, I couldn't tell you what he did. It's a 2-on-2 puck battle in the corner. Gave a man a little chip in the back and then went to the puck. Very ticky-tack call by Miroslav Iritz. Fans will have to try to kill it off. Musketeers control the draw. Lane Samaki along the blue line over to the left side. Back to the point to Samaki. Top of the circle for Gunderson. His pass redirected by Brecken Smith, held to the line by Martino. In the corner for Gavin Gary. To Martino, to Samaki. Left circle now. Side of the cage, Gunderson. Back up to the point for Samaki. Across, Martino. Through the blue paint, nobody there to touch it. Looking for the redirect by Gunderson. Lane Samaki across to Martino. Back up to the point, but the pass did not click, and down the ice it goes. Lane Samaki hustling back for it as Urban sets it up. 45 seconds gone on the penalty kill for Youngstown. As Houston carries ahead, drops it back for Klepov. To Stupka. Kind of bobbled it going into the zone, and that threw off the timing of the zone entry. Musketeers are offside. So a neutral zone draw upcoming with 64 seconds left in the man advantage. 17:08 left in the second period. Again, we're tied at 3. Musketeers win the draw. Murray banked it ahead, looking for clip-off. Pass too far ahead. DeHaro got to it, slapped it around the dasher, and down the ice it goes. Urban sets it up behind the cage. Burchell up on the forecheck. Send it over. Now back out to center off of Stupka, and DeHaro jousting for that puck. Has it pop over the window and out of play. And I'm going to say that puck also out of play off of Musketeer 6, so they'll bring the faceoff to the neutral zone. 43 seconds left in the advantage. Quick little shift there for the second power play unit as Sioux City gets the top line back out here. Phantoms win the draw. Great work there by Burchell. And it's sent down at least as far as the Musketeer blue line by Houston. Pritchard carrying ahead from his own zone. To the red line, crisscrosses with a man, gave it up to Martino, and now Gunderson. Behind him for Martino, back into the corner for Gunderson. Wedged off by Houston. Osborne in to try to clear it around. Rusinski took a whack at it, kept by Pritchard along the left half wall. Osborne got it free for a moment, but Gary pried it out of his sticks. Gary, side of the cage, tried to work it back to the bumper. Phantoms break it up into the corner. It goes for Martino. Up to the point for Elaine Samaki. Back to Martino. Side of the cage. Gary fanned on it. Out of the box comes Justin Kerr. Phantoms kill off the penalty. And Youngstown able to play it to the line. Burchell couldn't clear. Kerr poked it over to Osborne. Luke spins. Looks for an outlet. Found Santilli. Luke plays it back far side over to Osborne. Phantoms trying to get some fresh bodies on the ice. Osborne carried ahead, redirected into the zone by Kerr. He'll hustle off. Elaine Samaki behind him to Mentz. Sent ahead to the Youngstown line. Into the zone comes Dysert. Played behind the cage. Centering feed. Goes off the back of the net. Around to the right point. It's Mentz. Had it stolen by Resendez. It came to Benoit. Sent near side. Skating ahead is Osborne. Luke to the red line, fired it in, hit a stanchion, bounced off of Urban behind the cage, came over to Mentz, sent over to Delaney, stolen by Hextall. Up to the point. Now back to Hextall along the half wall, into the corner for Resendez. Poked it to Bannock. Adam, double team, side of the cage, Resendez, up to the point for Farsard. Back down the wall, underneath a jumping Resendez to Bannock. Adam, stick handling, fed it hard up front to Farsard. In front, Resendez redirected it, but couldn't get it on the cage. Loose puck picked up by the Musketeers. They will skate it ahead to center, and then Dysert will redirect it into the zone. Dysert gets it back in the right corner. Being watched by Farsard. Bannock working in that corner, fed down low. Farsard being very careful how he checked the man down there. Didn't want to take a penalty just because he's a big dude. Youngstown able to work away with the puck. Coming into the zone was Resendez, poked off of his twig by Houston, and ahead come the Musketeers. DeHaro took advantage of the Kerr check and came away with the puck. Connor to the red line, fed over to Hextall, across to Hanrahan. Hammer, turned, fired, shot, redirected wide by DeHaro. Kerr got to the rebound, kept by DeHaro at the point. Connor on his backhand in the right circle, being watched by Stupka. Fed down low for Jardine. Took a bump, worked the puck to Wayman. Battle for it, came back to Jardine. Center point, DeHaro. Half slapper off the helmet of Klepov up high. He looks okay as that one also went high and wide of the cage. In the corner, Jardine working it. Stolen nicely by the Musketeers. Houston works it over to Klepov. His pass ahead. Trying to skate into it was Elaine Samaki. Just out of his reach, DeHaro able to play it to Wayman, who will just backhand it to the safety of center. Murray played it ahead for Klepov. Spun away from Wayman, but his pass across taken away by Hanrahan. Off the dasher, out to center. Taken by Hookah, fired back into the Youngstown zone. Was looking for Martino on the near side. Puck taken away by Hesh. And worked ahead. Off of Hesh at the Musketeer line. Sent back out to center by Elaine Samaki. Found him sweep it right back in as bodies collide at center ice. Stretch pass ahead to Martino at the Youngstown line. Tried to drop it behind him for Pritchard. Broken up nicely by the Phantoms, and they'll carry ahead. Hesh to Burchell, down the left side. Back across. Pass was in Hesh's skates. Catches up to it along the right wall. Back to the point. Pumped around the boards by Houston. Burchell tried to step off the wall. Didn't click. Musketeers able to systematically work it out to center. Picked up there by Houston. Ahead for Monroe. Mike behind him. Off to Burchell. His one-timer off a Musketeer ankle and out of play. With 12:14 left in the second, we'll have our media timeout. We're tied at 3. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number 1 Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Cavelli Center, 12:14 left in the second. We're tied at 3. Shots on goal through the first 7:46 in the period. 1-0 in favor of Youngstown, if the big board is to be believed. New to Deep Freeze Ice Arena, take a shot at hockey, a free 4-week introductory hockey program with head-to-toe hockey equipment, 30-minute sessions 4 times a month. Open to boys and girls ages 4 to 14, no experience required. Call 234-719-5000. That is 234-719-5000. Or message them on Facebook. Deep Freeze Ice Arena. Youngstown wins the offensive zone draw. Bourne dancing, fed it through the slot, redirected wide by Rusinski. Rebound below the red line. Smith played it over to the right corner, taken away by the Musketeers. Delaney around the wall and out to center. This one might have enough steam on it for icing, and it will, as Bourne is down the ice for the touch-up. Rusinski, Smith, and Veronin up front. Santilli and Bourne on the back end for Youngstown. Gary and Dysert for the Musketeers. Could not hazard a guess at the defensive pairing for Sioux City. False start on the faceoff. We'll do it again. Nobody's getting kicked out of the circle here. Rosinski to take the draw against Gavin. And Youngstown got control for a moment before the puck rolled to Jake Delaney. And now Delaney gets it back, but stolen by Veronin. Kuzma fed it in front looking for Smith. Taken away by Luke and fed out to Dysert. Sent it to the right wing corner. But Santilli had his pocket pick. Dropped it back for Dysert. Ricocheted out to the blue line. And then poked down the ice by Veronin. Kuzma down the left side. Spins. Looks for help. Found Brecken Smith, but he'll lose his footing and the puck before Dysert will bank it ahead out to center. Luke and Gavin play catch at the red line before Luke dumps it in while Gavin goes off for a change. Bourne carries ahead. Found a man at center. That was Smith. Redirected in looking for Hextall. Hextall picked a man's pocket. Looks for a trailer. Hextall fed it off the side of the net. Came to Binock. Binock in front. Osborne. Shot. Score! Why you gotta be so mean, Luke Osborne? His first goal of the season. Binock with the assist at the 9-minute mark. And Youngstown has the lead back. It is 4-3. I think we might see a secondary assist for that on Hextall as well, as Osborne, the defenseman, sneaked all the way into the hash marks, and Binock from Gretzky's office put it right on his tape. And Luke had a little bit of time to pick his spot, and he snapped it home as Youngstown controls the draw, but they ice the puck. Hextall could not get the redirect. So, 9 seconds after the goal for Youngstown, down the ice we will go. Faceoff will be in the Phantoms' defensive zone to the left of Melvin Straw. Gunderson to take the draw, but no, he'll win it. Worked it to Martino. Shot over the cage. Martino found a little bit of space in the high slot. Gunderson up to the point, but missed his man out there. And all the way down the ice it goes. Urbon spun it behind him to Murray, worked up the far wall, and found Pritchard at center. Across for Martino. Martino make the move to the net. Tried to stuff it on the backhander and just missed the cage as he had Straw leaning. Murray, right half wall. Fed across off of Pritchard. He'll pick it up. The point, Elaine Samaki. Back to Pritchard. Spins at the top of the left circle. Pritchard skates across the blue line at the right point now. Down the wall through Murray into Gunderson. Phantoms worked it up the wall, but kept by the Musketeers. Murray behind him to Pritchard. Danced around his man. Pritchard in, shot, blocked, and went to the end wall. Came to Elaine Samaki on the near side. Down the wall to Gunderson. Back to Elaine Samaki. Fed across from Murray. Full slapper! He scored. Drake Murray, his second of the season, stepped in and ripped a full slapper. Strahl never saw it. He was screened on the play. And a minute and 20 seconds after the Osborne goal, Sioux City has tied it again. I'm about to get a look at the replay here. And just Youngstown couldn't get it away from the top line of the Musketeers there. And when Hextall went for the steal and Murray stepped around him, that was about what did it in as the Musketeers worked the faceoff down into the Youngstown zone. Came free to Houston, carries around the net to the near side, chipped it out to center, was trying to find a streaking Jardine. Musketeers break that up and they'll bring it back into the zone, but they are offside. And we will have our media timeout. 9:18 left in the second. We're all tied up at 4. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey and West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gravelli Center. 9:18 left in the second period. Tied at 4. Shots on goal 12-9 in favor of the Phantoms. That is 2-2 here in the period. And each team has scored a goal on one of their 2 shots. Luke Osborne tied the game, or gave Youngstown the lead at 4-3 at the 9-minute mark. Then a minute and 20 seconds later, Drake Murray blasted a slapper past Melvin Strahl to tie the game. And the Musketeers win the center ice faceoff. Hupka sent it a D-to-D over to Delaney. Musketeers work it to the left corner. Phantoms got there first, but fanning on the clearing attempt was Houston. Pass back to the point, went through Hupka and out to center. Drops it back over to Delaney. Fired ahead to the Youngstown line, redirected into the zone by Dysart. Houston got there first. Little subtle interference there by Hesh. Actually, really wasn't all that subtle. Is Youngstown going to be guilty of an icing whistle here, as the dump-in did not gain the red line. 8:43 left in the second period. Gavin Gary to take the faceoff against, I believe, Brecken Smith. Faceoff won by Youngstown into the right wing corner. Monroe the first one to it. Spins it up the far wall. Hesh couldn't knock it out of the zone, came back in the corner for Monroe. Houston had it in his skates, taken away by Gavin. Gavin Gary to the near side. Up for a shot on from a pinching Mentz that was kicked out by Melvin Strahl. Up the wall it came. Burchell with the steal, played it out to center, looking for DeHaro. No icing here, as DeHaro gets to the puck first. Connor pinned to the end wall. Musketeers work it free over the left corner. Phantoms changing behind the play. Mentz skates it ahead. His clearing attempt hit the stick of Brecken Smith. Loose along the blue line. Smith gets control. Brecken works it around the kick plate. Comes to Rosinski. Ryan had the puck pop over his stick as Gavin plays it to Mentz. Played ahead to the stick of Osborne at center. He'll go D-to-D over to Hanrahan. Colson ahead to Smith. Brecken backhands it into the zone. Rosinski, the first 1-2 on the half wall, worked it to Veronin. Kuzma tried to feed it in front. Hanrahan was pinching. Pass was broken up by Gavin. And now it will be Gavin Gary collecting the puck. Spins away from Veronin and plays it over to Mentz. Snaps it out to center for Klepov. Backpedals away from Osborne. Skates through the stick check of Osborne. Still has it. Red line and blue into the Youngstown zone. Klepov in the right wing corner being watched by Osborne. Carries around the cage. Still has it, reverses his field, heads back toward the far side. Tried to pass it over to Martino. Broken up for a moment by Rusinski. Now they'll work it to the weak side for a shot. Stopped by Strahl. That was Martino. Osborne to the rebound, banked it off the boards. Bounces around a little bit, sent ahead by the Phantoms. And off of Veronin, it goes into the zone. Youngstown gets 2 fresh bodies on the ice as the Musketeers try to resume the attack with this first line, which has been dominant here tonight. Hanrahan turned it over, but Gunderson's pass was blocked. Came to Elaine Samaki, left circle, centering feed, looking for a man in the slot, stolen by the Phantoms. Veronin, stick handling in the right corner, worked it up the wall. Skating into it was Bourne, fired it ahead, looking for Jardine. Urban couldn't stop it behind the cage. Jardine, right half wall. Jardine, across to the slot. Tipped it through the blue paint was Kerr. Beautiful feed by Jardine, but Kerr didn't have the angle on the redirect. Kept to the point by Bourne. Jardine into the corner. Hit the corner glass, bounced in front. Nobody there for Youngstown. Musketeers play it to center. Pritchard ahead. Played it on net from center. Bourne picks it up after the stop by Straw. Out to the red line where Wayman couldn't take the pass cleanly. Sent back ahead by the Musketeers. They played it away from Santilli, but right to Bourne. Quentin ahead in his own zone off the kick plate. And to Wayman, but overskated. Somehow Bourne was onside there. Kerr, left wing corner. To Wayman, one-timer, blocked into the meshing by the stick of Talon Blank. Just got an update from Mark Means on the Harding-Fitch game. It is 14-6 Fitch at halftime. Face-off to the right of Urbon. Mineral Ridge up 14-7 over McDonald in the third quarter. As Youngstown won the draw, DeHaro kept it, but as he tried to backhand it to the far corner, hit the ankle of Gary Resendez with the steal to keep it in the zone. Resendez right side, shot blocker save Urbon, rebound to Gavin. Gavin Gary almost turned it over to Benock behind the cage. Up to brother Luke, stolen by Hextall. Kept at the point by DeHaro. In front, Benock lost the puck at the last second. Rolling across the top of the circles, poked out to center by the Musketeers. Gavin Gary chips it ahead. Gary took the body instead of the puck. Probably could have been interference on the Musketeers, but the play continues. Up to the point, and now D to D. Off the stick of Resendez, and he'll get it back on the give and go with Hextall. Has Benock in the 2-on-1. Resendez, toe drag, shot blocked by a sliding Hoopka. Puck back out to center. Musketeers bring it to the red line, dump it in, go off for a change. Phantoms fire to center. That's Burchell picking it up at the red line. Came into the zone onside, then immediately ran into trouble in the person of Joseph Mentz, who played the puck right back to the neutral zone. Osborne picked it up there for Youngstown, skates across the blue line, backhands it to the right wing corner. Burchell trying to get in on the forecheck. Musketeers got there first, work it up the far side as Stupka played it behind him, was looking for Delaney. Pass rolled, however, to Hanrahan. DDD to Osborne, fires it back into the Musketeer zone. 4:15 left in the second, tied at 4. Monroe battles below the goal line. Pulled away from him by Merniques, and the Musketeers will carry ahead. It's Mentz, the defenseman. Red line and blue into the zone down the right side. Fired behind the cage. Monroe swept it up the wall, kept at the point by Murray. Flicked one toward the cage, actually ended up hitting Merniques in the slot. He'll carry over to the near wall, being watched by Hesch. Now Burchell in to help with the double team, but the puck is going to pop free and over to Dysert. Centering feed, and that is knocked away. Dysert will pick it up in the left corner. Dropped it back to the point. Picked up there by Murray. Fed into the slot for Mernique, stolen by the Phantoms, and cleared out to center. Murray stopped it there for the Musketeers and fired it right back in while Sioux City changes. Phantoms need to get this line off the ice. Doesn't look like Burchell has anything left in the tank right now. Hanrahan out to center. Was knocked ahead by Monroe, but stolen again by the Musketeers, who have the top line out. Hesch pins his man to the corner boards. That is Pritchard. 3:10 left in the period. Up to the point it goes. Elaine Samaki, D-to-D, over to Murray. Walks down to the half wall. His pass blocked. Off the side of the cage, came to Hanrahan. Colson off the window, out to center. Rolling puck just makes it to the icing line. I thought Sioux City touched that puck at center as they tried to keep the zone. Phantom's going to have to send a tired unit back out onto the ice. And the Phantoms will take their timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:54 left in the second. We're tied at 4. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 2:54 left in the second. We're tied at 4. Phantoms just had to burn their timeout so that they can make a line change on an icing whistle, as the unit they had out there was absolutely gassed. Sioux City will put the top unit back out. It'll be Gunderson to take the draw against, I believe, Rusinski. It'll be Rusinski winning the draw to Houston. D to D and out to center. DeHaro, did not keep the zone. They're going to say that Wayman was ahead of the play. So neutral zone draw upcoming here. 2:45 again left in the second. Shots on goal 15-12. That is 5-5 in the period. And again, each team with 1 goal here in the frame. Stuka kicked it free of the circle, but that went right to Bourne, and he'll fire it into the zone. Played over to Houston, and now left corner. Up the wall it goes. Phantom went flying. Stuka trying to pry the puck from under him, but pulled free of the scrum by Kerr. Shrugs off a check and plays over to Santilli. Luke down the boards to Jardine. Tangled up with Hoopka. Poked back up to the point to Santilli. His shot off an ankle comes to the far side. Bourne thought about pinching as it was shoveled up the boards, kept by Youngstown in front. Wayman on the one-timer. Nice feed by Kerr, but the shot wide of the cage. Hoopka centered, stolen, and then recovered by Gavin Gary. And played it ahead to brother Luke, who chipped it to the left wing corner of the Youngstown zone. Musketeers changing. Bourne behind the cage to Santilli. 1:50 left in the period. We're tied at 4. Ahead off of Wayman. No icing here. Smith also got in ahead of the play. Urban whacked it away from Brecken. And quickly out the center goes. Phantoms almost had too many men on the ice there as the Musketeers enter the zone. Mentz fed across. Pass was elevated. Off a Phantom stick came to Smith. Brecken out to center for Rusinski. Rue to the red line. Crisscrossing, entered the zone, but lost the puck. Played back to neutral by Sioux City. Looking ahead for Dysert, and he will grab the puck before he lost it again. Get a roll to Cal. Houston plays it off the in wall. Far side to DeHaro. Across back to Houston. And then Smith bounced away from Veronin. And coming ahead are the Musketeers 3-on-2 if they can hurry. For a shot by Delaney right into the belly of Melvin Strahl. So that rush for Sioux City goes by the wayside. And with 59.8 seconds left in the second period, Youngstown will have a defensive zone draw to the left of Strahl. Youngstown won the draw. I believe that was Bannock, because here it's Resendez. Sending it far side, was looking for Hextall. Pass was stolen for him, but then Sioux City iced the puck. So we've got another top line on top line matchup here. 49.3 seconds left here in the middle frame. Intermission report just around the corner. Get your scoring recap here from the second period. Taking a look at that out-of-town scoreboard. Again, the final week of regular season play in the high school football season here in Ohio. Looking forward to seeing some of those scores as Youngstown wins the draw. Hanrahan pumped it down low for Bannock. Adam, left corner. Sorry, that's Resendez. Resendez brings it back near side. Worked it up to the point for Hanrahan. Hanrahan back down low, pass eluded Hextall. And bounces to Elaine Samaki, and the clock stop. We have a penalty. As Hanrahan is barking at someone. That's Tate Pritchard. Landon Resendez in there as well, and it's Tate Pritchard going to the penalty box. Cross-checking is the call. Youngstown will get their first power play of the game on the season. 17.9% is 7th in the league. Penalty kill for Sioux City, 87.1%. Phantoms were 0 for 3 last month against the Musketeers with the advantage down in Cranberry. Rosinski to take the draw to get us started here on the man advantage. But that faceoff is going to be won by Merniques, but Banach stole it behind the cage, worked it to Resendez. Up to the point for Osborne. Luke walks the blue line, trades it off to Banach. Center point, Osborne. Across for Banach. Fanned on the shot, stolen by Merniques. He'll carry ahead, dances around Osborne, and Resendez drops it back. They'll go D to D. Hoopka bounces it ahead, was looking for Merniques. You can't ice the puck here on the penalty kill, and with 3 seconds left in the period, that will do it. Phantoms took the lead on a goal by Luke Osborne, but was answered quickly by Drake Murray, and at the end of 40 minutes of play, we are knotted up at 4 goals apiece. Shots on goal for the game, 15-13 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms with 5 shots in the second period. Sioux City with 6. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will take a look at the scoring recap from the second period as well as the out-of-town scoreboard. You are listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Duncan's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Prepare for an incredible experience with Black Bear TV. Stream live in HD from every Black Bear facility and more. Determine the plan that's right for you and subscribe now.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center during the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes of play, the Youngstown Phantoms and Sioux City Musketeers tied at 4. Shots on goal for the game, 15-13 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms get outshot in the second period, 6-5. We came in tied at 3 at the 9-minute mark. Luke Osborne put the Phantoms in front, his first goal of the season. Adam Banach and Jack Hextall with the helpers. Phantoms led 4-3, but then a minute and 20 seconds later, Musketeers tied it on a full slapper from Drake Murray. His second goal of the season, Landon Gunderson with the assist. Gunderson has 2 helpers here tonight. And that was all the scoring in the second period. We did have 2 penalties called in that middle frame. Justin Kerr called for a ticky-tacky interference whistle at 1:56. Phantoms killed that off. Tate Pritchard called for cross-checking at 19:27. That penalty still on the board. Phantoms will have a minute 27 remaining on that man advantage when we resume the third period. Samuel Urban has stopped 11 out of 15. Melvin Strahl has stopped 9 out of 13. Sioux City power play 1 for 2. Youngstown power play 0 for 1, but we are still in the middle of that first advantage for Youngstown. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number 1 Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Prepare for an incredible experience with Black Bear TV. Stream live in HD from every Black Bear facility and more. Determine the plan that's right for you and subscribe now.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the second intermission report. Phantoms and Musketeers tied at 4. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Chicago had a 2-0 lead, but the Musketeers have come storming back to score 3 straight, and they lead 3-2 at the second intermission. Dubuque with a 1-0 lead on the U17s at the first intermission. Tri-City and Lincoln knotted up at a goal apiece at the end of the first. Same score up at Madison between the Rough Riders and the Capitals. Omaha leads Fargo 1-0 as the Lancers look to extend their winning streak to 5 straight games. And the Buccaneers lead the Blackhawks 1-0 at the end of the first. Middle of the second inning between the Yankees and Dodgers. They are scoreless. 3 minutes left in regulation. In Vegas, the Ottawa Senators lead the Golden Knights 4-3. 3 minutes left in the second at the Rock. The Islanders lead the Devils 3-2. Predators and Blackhawks just underway within the last 3 minutes, and then getting underway in about 20 to 25 minutes. The Penguins will be in Edmonton to take on the Oilers. College hockey scoreboard: Air Force beat AIC 2-1 in overtime. Bentley up 3-1 against Army at the second intermission. Sacred Heart leads Holy Cross 1-0 second intermission. Niagara up 5-1 on Robert Morris second intermission. Ferris State leads Bemidji State 4-1 second intermission. Union leads RPI 4-3 at the second intermission. Providence up 2-1 on Vermont second intermission. Yukon up 3-2 on UMass second intermission. Maine leads Northeastern 2-0 at the second intermission. Maine looking to stay undefeated on the season. Minnesota Duluth leads Stonehill 2-0. Augustana up 2-1 on St. Cloud State. Augustana swept Omaha last weekend. Look out for those Vikings. Clarkson leads Michigan Tech 2-1. Second intermission. Penn State now up 3-2 on St. Lawrence 3 minutes into the third. Quinnipiac leads New Hampshire 5-1. Ohio State still up 2-0 on Bowling Green second intermission. Second intermission, Buffalo, Michigan State leads Canisius 1-0. Second intermission over in Oxford, Lindenwood and Miami knotted at a goal apiece. Colgate leads RIT 5-4 second intermission. Notre Dame up 3-0 on Long Island second intermission. Second intermission up in Marquette, Arizona State and Northern Michigan tied at 1. North Dakota all over Boston University 5-0 Fighting Hawks. 6 minutes left in the first. Minnesota State leads Omaha 1-0. Minnesota down St. Thomas 7-1. Let's take a look at the high school football scoreboard here in the Mahoning Valley. United up 28-0 on East Palestine. Boardman leads Canfield 28-17. West Branch up 13-7 on Salem. South Range in a running clock leads Hubbard 38-0. McDonald now up 20-14 on Mineral Ridge in the third quarter. Crestview leads LeBray 30-19. Springfield up 29-0 on Lowellville. Alliance leads Marlington 28-10. Fitch up 14-12 on Harding. University School leads Howland 21-7. Campbell Memorial still with the 8-6 lead over Waterloo. Ursuline leads Cardinal Mooney 16-0 in the Holy War. Champion up 7-0 on Newton Falls. Pie Valley up 48-0 on Grand Valley. East leads Cheney 14-7. Western Reserve up 6-0 on Jackson Milton. Girard leads Niles 28-0. Carrollton up 36-6 on Minerva. And Poland Struthers is 7-0 at the half in favor of the Bulldogs. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and the second intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, third period action. Youngstown has 1:27 left on a power play here on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Prepare for an incredible experience with Black Bear TV. Stream live in HD from every Black Bear facility and more. Determine the plan that's right for you and subscribe now.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number 1 Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
You can roll for initiative. Third period's underway. Youngstown wins the draw. We're tied at 4. Phantoms are on a power play for the next 75 seconds. Sioux City gets a clear. Strahl sets it up for Osborne. Ahead to Banach to the red line. Poked off his twig nicely by Merniques at the blue line. Stolen right back almost for a moment by Rusinski before Merniques regathered, dropped it back for the defense. They were trying to find Dysert behind the defense. Sioux City had too many men on the ice there. They're going to let it go. Hextall, center point, Osborne. Right circle, Banach. Shot off the bar. Rusinski scores! Get that cat off my chair. Ryan Rusinski puts home the garbage. Youngstown with a power play goal, and they lead 5-4. Time of the goal, 43 seconds. Rusinski from Bannock and Osborne. Sioux City controls the draw. They'll dump it into the zone. Strahl stops it behind the cage, leaves it for DeHaro. To Houston up the far wall. Jardine touches it to Kerr. Back out to DeHaro. Connor into the zone, trying to split the defense. Still has it. Centered. Bounced off a man. Came back to Wayman. He fanned on the shot. Rolled off his twig at the last moment. Musketeers out to center. Into the zone they come. Martino fanned on the pass. Got it back. Bounced it off of Lane Samaki. Wayman played out to center. Jardine diving attempt, trying to spring his man. Could not get it. Musketeers play it back into the zone and go off for a change. Houston stretches it out to the red line. Redirected into the zone by Jardine. Hesh into the right-hand corner after it. Monroe there as well. He'll come off the wall. Mike up to the left point. Played it across. Was looking for Fassard. Sticked out to center by Martino. All the way down to the Youngstown end. Martino off for a change. Monroe ahead. Into the zone down the right side. Rolled off his twig, went behind the cage. Sioux City has it, they'll carry. Musketeers work it to Gavin Gary from brother Luke. Tried to give it back to him, but Fassard wedged him off. Got the puck to Hanrahan. Hammer off the window, nice keep at the line by Delaney. Played across to Luke Gary, back to Delaney. Delaney half slapper, tried to play it in front for the redirect. Strahl made the save, stopped the rebound too. Fed it in front, fanned on the shot as they were looking for a crashing Luke Gary. Delaney, top of the right circle, fired a shot, hit a body in front and went wide. Think Strahl got a stick on it as well. Couple of grade A looks there from the Musketeers, and they're not done. Hesh took the puck away from Gary, up the wall to Monroe, couldn't clear. Delaney kept the line, played it off of Luke. Over to Mentz, cycled down low, stolen by Hanrahan, and floated out to center. Colson trying to play that on net. Sioux City, however, had a defenseman back who just made a line change, and they'll bring it ahead, and Youngstown has too many men on the ice. Very clearly, I see 6 white shirts, and Youngstown will head back to the penalty kill. Easy call there for the officials. Time of the penalty, 2:48. Heading over to serve the infraction will be Evan Jardine. Third power play of the night for Sioux City. They're 1 for 2. Face-off will be to the left of Strahl. Won cleanly by the Musketeers, but past Lane Samaki and all the way down the ice it goes. He'll pick it up in the high slot of his own zone and carry ahead. Drops it back for Martino. To the line, was looking for Pritchard. Nice stick there by Santilli to force Sioux City to try it again. Pritchard retreats all the way to his own zone. And now we'll carry the mail ahead. Red line and across to Martino. Down the left side for Gavin Gary. Drop back to the point for Samaki. Over to the right side for Gunderson, back to Samaki. Left circle for Pritchard. Pritchard floats over to the wall, back to the line for Samaki. Top of the right circle. Now fed down to the goal line extended. They were looking for a man at the bumper. The pass went all the way back out to center. Fam's able to get some fresh bodies on the ice. 70 seconds left in the kill. Gary to the line for Samaki. Across over to Martino. Back to the line for Lane Samaki. Back to Martino. Quickly across to Pritchard. Pritchard being watched by Veronin. Able to trade it off to Elaine Samaki. Left side. Spins away from Rusinski. Still has it. Center point. And now back to Elaine Samaki. Pass. Hit a stick. Sticked away by Houston. To the line kept. Gunderson. Backdoor. Fan on the shot. Gavin Gary. Fanned on the shot. Phantoms, I think, cleared it into the bench. And they're going to get to make a line change here. 39 seconds left on the kill. That Sioux City top power play is pretty to watch. Move the puck very well. Face off to the left of Strahl. Kerr to take the draw against Stupka. Stupka won the draw. Murray back to the point for Houston. Back to Murray. Tried to drop it back to the line, but Houston was at center point and about 6 feet away from the puck. All the way back into his own zone. Spins away from the forecheck of Kerr. Musketeers pass it ahead, but 6 feet away from anybody, and they'll be guilty of an icing infraction with 23 seconds left on the too many men on the ice. Minor against the Phantoms. Face-off to the left of Urban. Brzezinski to take the draw, but that face-off is won by Stupka. Musketeers slowly ahead. Houston across the logo. Tried to get it to Luke Gary, broken up by DeHaro. Musketeers are offside. Connor ahead off of Birchall. Couldn't take the pass cleanly. Urban out to challenge. Played it off the skates of Birchall. Fired it wide of the open net, but Mikey had no angle there as out of the box comes Evan Jardine. Phantoms back to full strength. Osborne, the slap clear, but couldn't make contact with Birchall at the blue line. So Youngstown guilty of the icing violation. Face-off will be down in the Phantom zone. Musketeers get to pick which side they drop the puck. I like that rule change. Give the offense a little bit more of an advantage after the icing violations. Face-off will be to the left of Strahl. Gunderson to take the draw against Rusinski. Players have to reset off a bad start, and the draw is won by Gunderson. Martino plays it over for Lane Samaki, wedged off nicely by Resendez. Puck into the left corner. Behind the net goes to Osborne. Work to Jardine. Evan off the boards and out to center. Off of Rusinski, back into the zone. Musketeers fired it. It's picked up by Osborne. Floated to DeHaro. Connor can't clear. Binock able to cover up for his defenseman. And DeHaro able to send it out to center. Resendez to Binock. Into the zone. Dropped it behind him for Hextall. Jack floats to the right circle. Side of the cage, Resendez. Behind the net now. Landon over to the right corner for Hextall. Sharp angle shot looking for Binock. Saved by Urban. And nobody on the weak side to chip it home for Youngstown. Binock with the steal at center. Resendez puts it into the Sioux City bench. As Pritchard and Resendez trade pleasantries. We'll have our media timeout. 14-19 left in the third. Youngstown leads 5-4. Listen to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' Coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Gravelli Center, 14-19 left in the third. Phantoms lead 5-4. Just had a really nice look between Hextall, Resendez, and Binock. Urban, however, equal to the challenge. He stopped 12 out of 17. Strahl has stopped 10 out of 14. Phantoms have 2 shots in the period. They've scored on 1. Musketeers have 1 shot in the frame. Neutral zone faceoff won by Youngstown. Colson Hanrahan down the slot. Got a shot on net. Shoulder saved by Urban. Resendez to the rebound. D to D. Hanrahan sent it down low looking for the tip by Hextall. It didn't go. Resendez works it down to Binock in the corner. Adam threw a check. Got tripped. Play continues. Musketeers out to center, into the zone, down the left side. It's Delaney. Had the opening goal for Sioux City. Osborne stole it, sent it around the wall. Benock couldn't clear. Musketeers can't hold the zone. Hextall got away with the trip. He's in on the break. Hextall in to the forehand. Score. Nope, not scored. Nice save by Urbon. And we have a penalty on the play. Will it be a penalty shot? I thought Hextall got away with a trip at center. No penalty shot. It will be a hook on the Musketeers. Hextall tried to go 5-hole. I thought he had Urbon beat. Youngstown heading back to the power play. 1-for-1 tonight. And I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. Nobody's... Okay, one of the refs is talking to Coach Ward, maybe arguing for the penalty shot. Hextall, of course, elite hands. Signed as a tender by this Phantoms team before the previous season. Great to have Jack here, averaging a point a game. Jack with an assist tonight. I believe it's 7 points in 7 games. 1 goal, 6 assists. As the Phantoms control the draw. Osborne to Benock. To Resendez. Back up the wall to Osborne. Back into the circle for Benock. Into the corner for Rusinski. To Hextall. Left circle to Rusinski. Back to Hextall. Resendez up to the point for Osborne. Luke steps in, fired a shot, hit a body in front. Musketeers got the rebound and cleared it. 40 seconds already gone on this Adams Tree Preservation power play. Osborne drops it back for Hextall. Back to Osborne and into the zone for Benock. Quickly around the wall to Rusinski. Touched it behind the cage. Mentz picked it up. His clearing attempt hit. I think hit Benock in the head. Bounced over to Resendez. Up to the point for Osborne. Down the wall to Resendez. Up to the point for Osborne. Luke shot, redirect by Rusinski, but right into the belly of Urbon, and he will cover. 51 seconds left in the power play for Youngstown. Second power play unit going to cycle on. Jardine, Burchill, Kerr, Bourne, and Hanrahan. It'll be Kerr to take the draw for Youngstown. He'll win that draw back to Bourne. To Burchill. Into the corner for Jardine. Has a goal here tonight at even strength. To Burchill, up the wall to Bourne. Walks the blue line. Fake the pass. Fed it across. Pass just out of the reach of Burchill. To the half wall. Nice keep by Youngstown. Bourne. High circle. Shot. Blocker saved by Urbon. Rebound to the corner for Hanrahan. Behind the cage for Kerr. 20 seconds left in the power play for Youngstown. Sioux City worked it free of the scrum. Still loose. And just unable to keep it was Jardine as it bounced off his stick. Bourne trying to bring it back quickly for Youngstown. Into the zone, down the right side. Bourne, one hand on his stick, around the cage. 5 seconds left on the advantage. Bourne tried to make a pass to Jardine. Stolen by the Musketeers. Down the ice it goes as out of the box comes Sioux City, and they're back to full strength. Burchill into the zone to the right corner. Played away from him, but bounced right off of Burchill. He'll get it back. Mikey near side. Traded it off for Kerr. Couldn't cycle it down low. Broken up by Sioux City. They'll carry ahead. Red line and blue into the zone. It's Gunderson. Turned and tried to feed it down low. Broken up beautifully by DeHaro. And backhanded out to center. Elaine Samaki back to the red line for it. And up ahead to the line for Gunderson. Forced back. Now off of Martino and back into the zone. Gunderson backhands it to the end wall. DeHaro there first. Away from Pritchard, he got it to Smith. Brecken backhanded it ahead, found Monroe. Tried to play it ahead for Hesh, just out of his reach. No icing here. Jakob, centering feed. They had a man crashing down the slot. That was Smith. Didn't click, and the Musketeers will get it as far as center. Fired into the zone by Gunderson. Strahl couldn't slow it down. Comes around to the near point, and Monroe able to play it out to center. Stripped of the puck at the red line. Got it right back. Bounced back to the red line for Smith. Played across to DeHaro. Connor, right point. Sweeps it down the wall. Off of Hoopka. It'll bounce to the Musketeers, and they will carry to center. Coming ahead into the zone was Houston. Into the left corner, Luke Gary. Battles with Santilli. Hesh came away with the puck. Hesh floats it to the near corner. Fassard up the wall, found Monroe. Spun away from one, then backhanded it out to center, but bounced away from Brecken Smith. Through the skates of Santilli, goes to the left half wall. Potter looking to resume the attack for Sioux City. Past the halfway point of the third period, Youngstown leads 5-4. Ryan Rusinski, a power play goal here in the first minute of this third period. Stepping in is Houston, defenseman in the left corner. Backpedal, sends it to Luke Gary. Back to Houston. Houston, shot wide of the cage, redirected by Brecken Smith. Rebound to Monroe, who's been out here for a while. He will just lift it out to center. And Youngstown will be guilty of an ice as that one just off the corner boards. Bounced across the red line. Phantoms have already used their timeout. We owe you a media timeout, but you can't have a media timeout on an icing whistle. Mishmash line out here for Youngstown. Hesh going to take the draw. He's got Hextall, Osborne, and Fassard. As Sioux City controls the draw. We'll go D to D over to Elaine Samaki. Down the left side, worked it past Hextall. Behind the cage it goes. They'll try to center for Martino. Gathered it in, sent it over to Murray. Back to Martino. Worked it around the kick plate over to Elaine Samaki. Dropped it back to the point for Pritchard. Walks the blue line. Lost the puck for a moment, regathered. Fired it off the corner glass. It bounced to Gunderson. Monroe can't clear. Hesh will gather it in, bounce it to the line. Hextall can't clear. Came right back to Hesh, though, and he will carry ahead. Hesh tripped at center by Martino. Nothing called, and now Gunderson behind the defense. His shot blocked into the meshing by Hanrahan, and Hanrahan slashed him after the play. We'll have our media timeout as the linesmen in quickly to separate them. 8:37 left in the third. Phantoms lead 5-4. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, that you captured, just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd to Rusinski, to Young toward the cage. Backhander by Messick, he's gone! He's choking now, everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality, oh, there goes gravity, oh, there goes gravity. Choke, he's so mad, but he won't give up that easy, no. He won't have it, he knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter, he's tortured. I think that's it off. Shot, score! Back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't do it. Lose itself in the music, the moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot.
Back inside the Gavelli Center, 8:37 left in the third. Phantoms lead 5-4. Defensive zone draw won by Justin Kerr. Houston drops it behind the cage for DeHaro. Off the boards and out to center. Loose in front of the Musketeer bench. Stupka sent it into the zone, but went right to a Phantom stick. That was Kerr. However, Musketeers able to take it right back, play it to the neutral zone. Jardine stole it at the red line, fired it in. As Kerr has his stick broken on the play. He'll hustle over the bench for a new twig as puck goes down below the Phantoms' goal line. Houston sent it up the boards. Jardine can't clear. Second effort, though. Wayman and Kerr get it out of the zone. Kerr down in the Musketeers' end to Jardine. Across, toe drag, tried to feed to the back door for Wayman, but Urban blocked the pass and covered the puck. Wayman maybe trying to be a little too pretty there, just shoot the puck. As one of our officials went down in front of the Sioux City net, bounced right back up. Like he caught an edge on his blade, maybe toe picked or something. Looks like he's all right. Musketeers win the draw off the window and out to center. DeHaro played it away from a man, but Luke Gary brings it into the zone. Gary, power move to the cage, missed the net on the shot. Rebound pop to the weak side. It was almost actually kicked in by Dysert. Now Dysert has it behind the cage. Drops it back for Houston. Watched by Hextall. Forced back to the point. Sent it down the wall off the corner boards to Dysert. Behind the cage, Houston. Played it away from the Musketeers as DeHaro sends it up the middle. Just made it out to center. Hextall clubbed it ahead, but it'll bounce to the Sioux City defense. As Gavin Gary dropped it back for Hupka, who sends it into the Youngstown zone while the Musketeers are changing. DeHaro to Resendez. Behind him to Bannock. Couldn't take the pass cleanly. Sioux City couldn't clear the zone, however. Hextall takes a couple of bumps from behind, as does Bannock. Musketeers pry it free of the scrum in their own zone, and they'll send it out to center for Martino. Sorry, that was Dysert who played it into the Phantoms bench. 6:50 left in the third. Again, Phantoms lead 5-4. Youngstown wins the draw. Great stick work there by Rusinski. Hanrahan, D to D to Osborne. To Rusinski. Tried to play it over to Veronin. Bounced back to the red line. Osborne fired it in. Musketeers get there first. They'll send it hard around the kick plate to the far side. Rusinski trying to keep the play alive for Youngstown. He does work it to Veronin. Kuzma. Long distance backhander well wide of the cage. Don't know if he was even trying to shoot it there as it went to the right wing corner. Veronin with the steal. Comes near side. Fed it off the side of the net. Bounced to Sioux City. Hanrahan pinching in to keep it alive. Sent it down low. Murray had it for a second before came around to the near side. Veronin couldn't find it. And the Musketeers send it off a Phantom skating out to center. Hanrahan ahead for Osborne. And redirected into the Sioux City zone. Phantoms off for a change. Less than 6 minutes left in regulation. Here it's Veronin with the steal. Behind him to Osborne. Luke turned, fired, missed the cage. Musketeers to the rebound. They'll pitchfork it out to the neutral zone. Osborne picks it up at top of the left circle in his own zone. Up ahead for Burchell. Mikey plays it to the right wing corner. Musketeers, however, nice zone coverage and able to get this out quickly. Played ahead to the near side. Bourne gets it away from Gavin Gary. Came around to the left side. Santilli up to the point. Kept there by Gold. D to D. And around the kick plate to the left corner looking for Luke Gary. Santilli broke up that pass. Loose there. Phantom still battling for it. Loose along the left half wall. Burchell and Santilli both have their sticks tangled up. Burchell worked it free for a second. Then it was Monroe off of Hesh. Back to Burchell and out to center. And they're going to call icing on that one on the Phantoms. Thought Hesh had the inside line to the puck there. I was mistaken. So face-off back down in the Phantom zone. Youngstown wins the draw. Bourne able to work it to Hesh, got it to center. Martino poked away from him, comes over to in front of the Sioux City bench. Musketeers drop it back into their own zone. It'll trickle over to Elaine Samaki, played back ahead off the stick of Bourne, so no icing here. Bourne spins away from Pritchard. Left corner, less than 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Phantoms lead by a goal. Houston got tangled with Martino, and they both went down hard. And Kerr shaken up on the play. Athletic trainer Amber Martinelli off the bench to attend to Justin Kerr, who's already up on all fours. Just looked like he fell awkwardly, didn't have any way to cushion himself as he was tangled up with Giacomo Martino. Referee's gonna talk about this, but they do want to go and review it. Don't know what they could be reviewing it for. But we'll step aside while the referees take a look. 4:19 left in the third. Phantoms lead 5-4. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Experience the best in hockey streaming with Black Bear TV, serving the Cavelli Center and Deep Freeze Arena, plus dozens of venues across North America. State-of-the-art HD cameras will change the way you watch games. Choose the plan that works for you at blackbearsports.tv.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
back inside the Covelli Center. There was no penalty on the play. Don't know if that was a coach's challenge or just an official review. But I got a couple of looks at the replay. I did not see any penalties as Youngstown wins the defensive zone draw. DeHaro ahead to center off of Veronin. Smith blazing ahead, going to beat out the icing whistle. Plays it up the wall to Rusinski. Ryan tried to get a shot away. It was blocked. Comes over to the near side. Veronin played it away from Klepov, but then covered up by another forward. And the Musketeers able to at least get it into the Youngstown zone before it's backhanded neatly out to center by Houston. Houston fires it in for Sioux City. Klepov had it bounce off of him, trickles behind the cage. DeHaro wedged his man off, pops free into the right circle, backhand to the wall by Rusinski, kept by Stupka, couldn't work it back to Klepov, stolen by Rue. Out to center, red line, and now blue for Smith, and Brecken plays it to the right wing corner. Stupka had it stolen, sharp angle shot by Youngstown. Urban tight to the post, made the save, and covers the rebound. I think that was Veronin trying to get a cheap one. .325 left in regulation. Phantoms lead by a goal. Every game this year for Youngstown has had a one-goal differential at some point in the third period. Binock won the draw, but Resendez couldn't get there in time. Musketeers work it away and out to center. Coming ahead, Martino. Over to Gunderson, couldn't enter the zone cleanly. Bounce back to Martino again, stolen by Hextall. Played to Resendez. To Osborne. To the neutral zone for Binock. Adam pressured, his pass ahead was blocked, came right back to him. Now off the window and down to the Sioux City line. Samaki plays it over to Murray. Back to Elaine Samaki, out to center for Gunderson. Gathers it in, sends it into the zone, but was short of the red line. Thought maybe the rest would give him the follow-through. They did not. So he wasn't that far from the red line, but maybe because he was fading away. They're going to go with the by-the-books icing call here. Youngstown to the line change. Face off to the left of Urban. Kerr got the Phantoms' opening goal. He'll take the face-off. And he'll win that face-off. Jardine worked it to Houston. Pumped it deep. Bounced off the back of the cage. Still bouncing around. Kerr working for it. Musketeers take it away. Delaney. Fanned on the pass. Still there. And then he able to regather. Almost stolen away by Kerr again before he's able to work it over to Murray. Out to center it goes. Musketeers work it deep and go for a line change. Houston from behind the cage. Less than 2:30 left in regulation. DeHaro to the red line. Fires it to the right wing corner. Delaney, the first one to it for Sioux City. Sent it up the middle. Kept at the line by Jardine. He'll work it deep. Delaney around the wall. Kept to the right point by Santilli. Behind the net it goes for the Musketeers. 2:05 left in regulation. Hextall almost called for a hook there. Got the steal. Resendez. Binock. Resendez had it bobble. Spinning backhander was blocked. It came to Hextall. Hextall shot blocked into the meshing. 1:53 left in the third. Shots on goal 23-15 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms with 8 in the period. Sioux City with just 2. As the Musketeers control the draw, but Osborne jumped around Dysert to hold the zone, but Phantoms couldn't make anything of it as Sioux City gets it back out to center. Sent right back into the zone by Hanrahan. Came behind the cage, sent to the line for Luke Gary. Traded off to Gunderson. 90 seconds left in regulation. Phantoms lead by a goal. Musketeers just throw it blindly down the ice. No icing here. Osborne had it rolling on him. Just going to backhand it around the kick plate. It came to Resendez. Landon floats it ahead to Binock. Cuts to the middle. Binock steps in. Backhander. Stopped by Urban as Binock is put down on his wallet. Binock got down in tight. Tried to roof a backhander. But Urban with the trapper kept this a one-goal game. This Benoit kid is fun to watch. So Sioux City would love to win the draw and get it deep and try to get an offensive zone faceoff so they can take their time out. Which doesn't look like they are ready to do just yet. Offensive zone draw for Youngstown. 68 seconds left in regulation. Rusinski to take the faceoff against Gunderson. Youngstown controls the draw. DeHaro works it deep. Minute left in regulation. Smith played it in front, bounced over the stick of Rusinski. Pritchard played to the right wing corner. And Urbon goes to the bench. Extra attacker on. 52 seconds left in the game. Pritchard being watched by Houston. Now DeHaro behind the cage. Over to Gavengary. Up to the point for Gunderson. Walks the blue line. Gunderson to Pritchard. Pritchard tried to feed it through, missed the cage. DeHaro clubs it toward the empty net. That's just going to be an ice as the puck started rolling. As down for the icing whistle is Elaine Samaki. 29.6 left. I think we're going to see Sioux City take their timeout here. Timeout, Musketeers will take it with them. 29.6 seconds left in regulation. Youngstown leads by a goal. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Duncan's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
.6 seconds left in regulation. Youngstown leads by a goal. They have a defensive zone draw. The net is empty for Sioux City. 6 attackers on 5. Ryan Rusinski to take the draw against Landon Gunderson. Still loose in the circle. Phantoms get control. Houston backhands it down the ice. Burchell turning on the Jets, trying to be out the icing whistle. He will. 20 seconds left in regulation. Burchell trying to pin that puck to the end wall. 15 seconds left. Musketeers work it free. 10 seconds left. Fed across. Sioux City, D to D. They don't have time for this. Musketeers pass ahead, blocked by Rusinski. Rue into the zone, to the empty net. He missed, but that will do it. Phantoms get the win by the score of 5-4. Final shots on goal for the game, 24-15 in favor of Youngstown. Fans with 9 shots in the third period. Sioux City with 2. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Experience the best in hockey streaming with Black Bear TV, serving the Cavelli Center and Deep Freeze Arena, plus dozens of venues across North America. State-of-the-art HD cameras will change the way you watch games. Choose the plan that works for you at blackbearsports.tv.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center for the post-game show. Your final score here tonight: Youngstown 5 and Sioux City 4. Phantoms open the scoring at the 2:46 mark. Justin Kerr, his first in the USHL. Evan Jardine and Louis Wayman with the assists. Sioux City tied it at 6:28. Jake Delaney's first of the year. Justin Stupka and Nikita Klepov with the helpers. Phantoms got the next two. At 6:43, it was Evan Jardine with his second, Kerr with the assist. And then at 7:02, it was Wayman with a steal and score unassisted, his first. And Phantoms grabbed a 3-1 lead, but then back-to-back goals for Giacomo Martino at 10:29. Martino, his fourth of the season. Gavin Gary, the assist on the power play goal. And then at 19:50, Martino, his fifth of the season, second of the game. Gunderson and Pritchard with the helpers. We were tied at 3 at the end of 1. Luke Osborne put the Phantoms back in front at the 9-minute mark of the second, his first of the season. Bannock and Hextall with the helpers. Sioux City tied it a minute, 20 seconds later. Drake Murray, his second of the season. Landon Gunderson and Anthony Lane Samaki with the helpers. Tied at 3 at the end of 2. Only goal of the third period came 43 seconds in. A power play goal for Youngstown as Ryan Rusinski put home the rebound of Adams Bannock's shot that rang off the post. Osborne also got an assist on that play, and that is how we got to our 5-4 final. Samuel Urban, his first loss of the season. He stopped 19 out of 24. Melvin Stroll, his fourth win of the year. He stopped 11 out of 15 as Youngstown outshot Sioux City. Looks like 9-2 in that final period. 3 stars of the game. Third star went to Louis Wayman with a goal and assist. Second star went to Evan Jardine with a goal and assist. And the first star went to Justin Kerr with a goal and an assist. Sioux City power play was 1 for 4. Youngstown power play was 1 for 2. We're going to do that all over again tomorrow night. That was a lot of fun. Good hockey game to watch. Puck drops tomorrow at 6:05. So we'll go on the air with the pregame show at 5:45. Phantoms will be wearing their specialty cancer jerseys tomorrow night, which will be auctioned off to benefit a local cancer charity. That auction will be live here at the arena after the game. Pregame show will start again at 5:45. For my engineer, Dave Craven. Dave Ferris. It's been a long night, folks. Brendan Miller keeping things up to date for you on social media. I am Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. One more time, your final score: Youngstown 5 and Sioux City 4. We'll catch you here at the Cavelli Center tomorrow night. Sound out. Fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.